Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's Wednesday, it's the middle of the week, it's patch day, and that means it's time for us to be having a look at some good old Warframe, or good new Warframe, depending on your perspective. I mean, it is a patch after all, so yeah, I suppose it is a bit new. We'll be looking at the more details around that in just a moment. Hello there, Archer GR, hello there, Frosted, hello there, Snake Raider, hello there, Zers, hello, Lord Morigio? I'm going to go with that one for now. Hello Mythic Spirit, hello Millivoy. How are we all doing today? Welcome, one and all. I don't know if any of you have read the patch notes so far, you know. I've had a glance over them. I'm going to be going over them in more detail here on the stream, but I've had a glance, see some bits and pieces there, and it looks like there are some interesting changes. Some maybe not as impactful as others, but we'll go through that, don't you worry. You're a precious little 10 feet about it. We'll be going through all the details in just a moment, but of course, first things first, is we need to be doing the sortie. I mean, it's just a staple at this point. I don't know how many sorties now I've done at the start of a stream, but it's what we do at the start of every single stream, basically, that it's a Warframe stream. And today is no different. There, Garuda, hello Zom, hello Glacialist, Snake Raider saying forgot today was Wednesday. I'm glad I could remind you. Hope you haven't missed anything important being a Wednesday. But yes, today we have got a mobile defense with Exmouth Stronghold, we have got a rescue with assault rifle only, and then an assassination with a fire hazard. Somehow I feel like this is not going to be much of a problem, but this whole mission set isn't actually that much of a problem. So if you want to be part of actually what looks to be one of the easier sorties we've had in a while, send a message to me in game, the Engineer. I'll bring you on into the squad, and we're gonna smash this out. And Snake Raider saying, you know the drill, Wukong. Alright, we're using a Wukong to start. Don't you worry, Archer, we'll get to it all. Absolutely. Pendragon asked if they can join. You may absolutely join. Come on in. Esprit looking for some sortie time. Come on in, my dude. Welcome. Let's bring you both into the squad there as I switch myself on over to a Wukong. There we go. And, yeah, you know what? I'll just stick with the standard. Thorman, Cigaros, Gift Cronin, it's fine. I'll just leave those ones on. They're not all my go-to weapons, but I'm fine with it. Archer, come on in. Zers, I'm very sorry, but you are the fourth person to message me. You're a little bit too slow on the draw today. You're a little bit too slow on the draw, so, yeah. They gotta win the bet or the sortie win with me. I hope you win the bet now. I hope you win the prediction at the end because, very sorry, my dude. You can do a sortie on your own time, you know, alongside us, but, yeah. Gotta be faster than that. Every time. Gotta be faster than that. Corey was saying, looks like my Lavos carries Kuva around. Kuvos. No, he's made of lava. He's Lavos. That's what he is. He's Lava Lavos. Lavos. And I'm up on the primetime stream not too long ago. Actually a few weeks ago now, but there we are. Wolf saying, honestly not sure these are all buffs, most of them certainly, but passive change means we'll be able to prep 3 to get the double damage. Hey, there are various changes, Wolvens, don't you worry about it. We'll go through all the bits and pieces. There has been Garuda reworks, quite substantial Garuda reworks. We'll have a look at that in just a moment as well. We'll be cracking on through with the sortie first things first, of course. Hello Amphi, it's all going well here. Thank you very much for asking, hoping it's all well your side as well. But yeah, let's get cracking with some Wukong and a sortie, and we'll take it all from there today, guys. Take it all from there. Backspace, looking forward to see the Garuda change in action. Me too. We'll see how it all pans out. Good to hear, Amphi, good to hear. Hello, Spartan God, what's up? We're cracking on with the sortie, obviously. Some say at least Trin can't screw a passive anymore. Okay. We'll see exactly what that's all about. Alright, let's go deliver this at full speed because why not on Wukong?
Be prepared for heavy resistance.
Keep up.
I can't do this without you.
Okay, Arctic Xmas. There we are. Looking forward to what D showcased about that. Don't know if you guys all caught the details of the dev stream, you know? Gonna be some interesting bits and pieces when it comes to the Xmas units. Am I really using Molt on a Wukong? I am, yes. Extra speed because why not? That's my default go-to Wukong now. Just speed. You got 10 gigabytes of updates. There have been a few updates, yeah. There is going to be a little bit to load. You can't really get around that. Ah, yeah, that'll be a Garuda doing Garuda things. Obviously. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with using Molt on Wukong, because it makes this faster. So if you just want to speed ahead, that actually helps out, yeah. Hello, Space Cadet, how are you doing today? We're on a first stage of the Sortie. For those of you just joining us right here now, just the first mission of the Sortie, and we're getting cracking through this, and then we'll be looking at the patch notes, going through all the lovely details just be found in there. This is mine.
Move on. I need access to a terminal.
And you can see the speed that that gives. Look at that. Just absolutely pelted through. You got Kuva from your Sortie? Ah, that's unfortunate. You've only just realised the camera angle dictates the direction of Wukong's cloud. Sorry. What did you... I'm kind of curious as to how you thought it worked, Kariba. Really genuinely curious as to how you thought it worked. I should say, I think we better try not to activate this, not this time. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. You saw nothing, chat. You saw nothing. No narking. Hello, Sansa. How are you doing today? Actually, as much as I'd like to, don't want to lose this one. Yeah, I mean, I understand. You know, don't want to mess this up. Certainly don't want the water to start filling in right now and risk everything going very, very wrong. That would be a bad idea, wouldn't it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I wonder who activated that. But it's fine. I timed it almost perfectly. We're good. We're good. I may be a little bit chaotic at times, but I'm a sensible level of chaotic. We're fine, we're fine. I swear we just did this console. This is deja vu right here. Or saying, never much of a Wukong player, just held forwards. Ah, well, fair enough. No, Wukong is highly desired, not just being able to go forwards, he can have full three-dimensional control. You know? He's like, what are limits? Wukong is completely beyond such limits. Neither gravity nor death can stop him. Also, I'm gonna have to find my burrowed snake to find food for him. Oh. I mean, if the snake's not hungry, yeah. Ah, that's a shame to hear, Mythic Spirit. That is definitely a shame to hear. I hope you can get that sorted out soonish. Let's keep these Gorpus off of this area, thank you very much. Is it me, or is this wall just lacking any colour? Like, as far as Mass Vitrify goes, this is one of the blander ones I've seen. No insult meant, but it's just like, just grey. Just grey.
The odds were against us, Tenno.
Alright, let's go.
Mission complete.
Flip under here. I mean, there are faster frames, but Wukong has to be one of the easiest to handle. Pendragon said, don't really customize some stuff. I mean, fair enough, Pendragon. Fair do. There's no requirement to do so. Oh, all the best on that, Snake Raider. All the best. Six Maduro standing. Oh, that's a sign. That's a mark of the void demons we are. I do wonder, Mactan. I really do wonder about that. We've only seen the snippet from the dev stream in terms of their use of it. How that actually pans out to our gameplay? Ooh, no idea at this point. No idea at all. Alright, what's next on our mission list today? We have got the rescue. Okay, you know what? I might as well just stick with Wukong. Wukong's good for that. Bubonico's a shotty? I believe so, yes. Counts as a shotgun. Yeah, Esprit currently does not meet the requirement with his Bubonico. Yeah. That's why he asked. Actually, I'm really going to miss the Void Dash as it is now. Hey, we'll have to wait and see what it can do for us, okay? I've seen a lot of doomsaying over on Reddit and the like, but we haven't actually seen it in proper action. We've just seen a dev stream of what they're looking to do. I want to see what we actually can do. Archer, that Arcoplasmor, that is not a rifle. Archer. AR only. Which, by the way, includes the Tenor Envoy. That counts as an assault rifle, fun fact. See, here's the thing, Days Tank. We don't fully know how they're changing it. We have some of the details, but we don't have practical details. And people are drawing a lot of lines from that snippet that we have seen in the dev stream. So, at this point, the answer is we don't actually know. That's the answer. Garuda Prime is not yet out, no. Garuda Prime will be added later on. It's not out today. Really hope Energizing Dash gets yeeted. I can fully sympathise with that there, yeah. I don't know what they're going to do along that side. They only showed us snippets of where they were working progress with Unaru. But, yeah.
Our intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring them home.
Archer having me on. Archer just having me on. Alright, let's speed through this. Super speed. Ain't waiting on no one. I'm Wukong and this mission is getting done. This is the one rescue mission where you don't have to wait on your allies. Just dip through the bottom. Swifty. Straight. Ooh. Come on. Thread the needle. There we go.
The enemy is on high alert.
There we go.
As long as you enter the holding area, they'll trigger the execution sequence.
The enemy are not on high enough alert, apparently, Lotus. Not high enough.
Hurry up.
Okay, well, someone opened the front door. Ah, there we go. Get rid of that guy before he wrecks our day. I can do this. There we are.
I can fight too. Give me
Alright. We're good, we're good, we're good. There's always a slightly awkward one to jump out of, but we're good. And there we are. Hello, Adam Malik. How am I today? I'm doing alright, thank you very much. I hope you're doing well as well. Got a tea in hand. That's all good there. I mean, Days Tank. I don't think they want it just removed with no replacement, okay? If that's what you're reading there, that sounds like... That would be a bad way to read it. The problem is that, certainly in the mid-game, energy is a serious problem. Like, a serious problem. So, having some other way than just Void Dash, Ceneric's Void Dash for energy would be great for the mid-game. Because what are my options for energy at the moment? What are my options on energy? And I'm a late game player. I've got Arcane Energize. That is not something that your early and mid game players are going to have access to. Simply not. Preparation is one I'll use on frames where they're only intended to have a lot of energy at the start and just take it from there. Energy Siphon. Energy Siphon has some serious issues. Serious issues. First of all, 0.6 energy per second. 0.6. Compare Arcane Energize here. When this triggers, this gives 150 energy to myself and allies within 15 meters. Even if we just focus on the self here, 150 energy. For Energy Siphon to give us that amount of energy, let me just double check that here. That would be 250 seconds. That would be over 4 minutes of Energy Siphon just to do what this does once with a 15-second cooldown. That's a hell of a lot of time for an Energy Siphon to do stuff. Not only that, but when we're saying it's 4 minutes, your typical fourth ability here will cost 100 energy. This will typically cost 75, some are 50. This will usually cost 50 or 25. This is always 25. You add all of those together there, you've got yourself 250 energy. So for 4 minutes of energy siphon, it gives you 1 cast of each ability on a standard energy cost frame. That's a big yikes right there. Also, I'm not counting the energy orb because you get the energy orb with or without the arcane. So I'm not counting that there separately. I'm just not counting that bit. Diamond Hawk, get yourself some tea, absolutely. Get yourself some tea. But, yeah. Now, what other options have we got for energy? Someone mentioned about the Zor. Okay, let me just have a look here. Zor, let's just grab you, the Eos. Why not? That would be... Where is it? Yeah. Because it's going to be one I've not gone and purchased yet, isn't it? Is it? Oh, no, here we are. Exodia Brave. I just haven't got the... Yeah, I haven't got it yet. There it is. So, at rank 3, you can get yourself all the way up to +5 energy rate for 4 seconds on heavy attack kill. Yeah, you can stack up 3 times, but you need to do a heavy attack kill with it. You need to be using a Zor. And that's going to give you 20 energy. Gotta say, not my biggest idea of an energy gain right there. It's not the biggest, no. It is better than no options, but yeah, the options are definitely limited at that tier. And even when you look at let's say for example the Parazon here. We pop into the Parazon, we search for energy. You'll notice there is one option, and that is if you mercy kill, there is a 50-50 chance of an energy orb. Not a guaranteed energy orb, a 50-50 chance. Because hey, after all the effort you put in to get this and the fact you're using up a mod slot for it, let's make it where it might not work. Or you've got energy pizzas, because hey, materials are easy to come by once you're late game. So yeah, as I'm saying, and it can't be through procs. Well, that's wonderful. For the Exodia Brave, that is. Doesn't count proc kills. Nice. Just direct damage heavy attack kills. That kills a lot of the heavy attack focuses on slash. That ain't great. So when it comes to energy generation in mid-game, it is a serious issue. It genuinely is. I remember most of my builds when I was going through mid-game were maximum efficiency to allow me to actually use my abilities. Yeah. I mean, how would I do it? Oh, that's simple. There you go. That's how I do it, Diamond Hawk. Check in the chat. Got you a link straight to an Octavia guide. So, yeah. Say, I don't know if the gain is the issue, feels like the drain is the problem. Drain and gain are the same thing in this context, Days Tank. If you're spending the energy, you need to gain the energy. If you're not spending the energy, you don't need to gain the energy. They are combined. The difficulties with one cause or lead to the difficulties with the other. So when it comes to energy generation outside of those options, you compare that then to Xeneric. Xeneric, where it doesn't matter what you've got on your Warframe, doesn't matter what weapon you're using, none of that. You can just grab yourself Energizing Dash. There you are, 150 energy in 30 seconds. 300 energy a minute. That's a heck of a lot of energy. That's a heck of a lot of energy. It's not enough to run the most expensive of loadouts, but it'll run you a lot. So I would like to see more options there. I don't know what options we're going to see, but I would like to see more. We'll just have to wait and see. The update is basically out of our hands. D, you're going to do what D you're going to do, and that's that really. So we'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see. How exactly do you define mid-game? Like, when does it start, end? So, mid-game, I would say starts once you have basically either got to the level or have actually achieved completion of the star chart. So, once the star chart presents no threat, no concern to you, you are into the mid-game. Star chart, that means, obviously on the basic version, not the steel path, all of these locations. So if you are a person who is struggling with Mott, with Marduk, if any of these, if you are struggling to complete even a single round of Kappa Disruption on your own, if you struggle with the Star Chart mission, you're still early game. Mid-game then, once you pass that, that's where your struggles move on to the Sortie level, moves on to the Arbitration level, moves on to dealing with Kuva Liches. That's when you're into mid-game, where that is your challenge. And then late game is when it comes down to efficiency and steel path. Once you are carving your way through the steel path, once you are working on to being more efficient in farming in all locations, when you are trying to even optimize bloody eidolons, you're late game. I know that you can access these things at early and mid and what different parts of the progress. It's not about when you get access to them, it's about when you actually should tackle them. That's how I define early, mid, and late game. So early, you make your way through star chart. Mid game, you're making your way through the higher level content. Late game, you're optimizing your approach to it. Late game is where you could load into a mission and you just go, yeah, I got this. Don't worry, I got this. But someone goes, oh, but what if I'm a leech? You go, everyone's a leech compared to me, bro. I got this. You know, that kind of approach. Once you're at that tier, you're fine, you're late game. Until then, yeah, figure out where you are, mid or early game. It is my own reference on that, is because there isn't any official reference. The game is too wide for there to be an official reference. You just kind of go with it. Double G Maniac saying, curious if you have tips on the Railjack Orphix high level missions. It's 2 my group can't beat with max void rigs. My tip over there, honestly, Double G Maniac, is if you're doing it for completion, good luck. If you're not doing it for completion, why are you doing it? It's terrible payout. Genuinely, I try to avoid doing that mission as much as possible because it is pretty bad. But otherwise, make sure you're matching your damage types. You'll want to have at least one person on a Fluctus Archgun so they can pop the Orphix nodes, whatever they're called, through walls. The Fluctus is very good for that, but you don't want everyone on a Fluctus. As the others, if available, you would like to have it where they are using either Morzelon or at least the Archivex. Archivex is so good. Damage type is crucial, heavy modding is crucial, and make sure you've got the right mods to make it where your Void Rig can basically live forever. You need that. Now, in case anyone's wondering, the reason I'm not flying ahead is because everyone needs to be there at the same time, so I'm not wasting my energy just yet. Although I will pop some status immunity down for everyone. Because I gotta wait for everyone to get here anyway, there's no point in me flying it over. Played any Elden Ring? I haven't played any Elden Ring, no. I've never played Dark Souls or anything like it. It's not really interested me as a genre. The whole, hyper difficult boss fights where you either know it perfectly or you die. It doesn't grab me. It just don't grab me. That's Sting Mythic Spirit. As I said, it's not necessarily just passing the star chart that puts you past the game into mid-game. It's either being able to beat the star chart or having beat it. Because there are some people who are like, I don't know if I can really handle that stuff, and you're like, but you've done it all. Oh, well. No, you've done it all. But yeah, if you get to the point where you can already handle Steel Path before you've done the rest of the star chart, I mean, that's fine. You just got there faster. Still got there. Detain your ultimate cheese against Jackal? Yeah. Yeah, just kind of, just leave it all behind. Where's prediction? Oh, good shout, good shout, good shout. Let me just hover in the sky here and make a prediction. What reward do you think we're going to get from today's sortie, guys? I'm just going to give you 1 minute on this one, because we're already into the mission. So, what do you think is it going to be today? Do you think we're going to get an Anasa Sculpture? Are we going to get Endo or literally anything else? Make predictions. Make your predictions, my dudes. Well, I never realised just how slow the Jackal becomes with cold procs. That's actually quite funny. It got really slow there. Oh, someone else got that stab. Alright, cool. Leave him to it. I'll have a look in a moment there, Double G Maniac. Just get back into the sky again. There we are, coming up to do its spinny thingy. Double G Maniac saying, we were just trying for completion. We've been crushing on Void Rig boosting, Marzelon, Formering, and Archivex is absurd. Said heavy, something we need to make sure we have. So you want to make sure that your Void Rig stays alive. There is some certain modding that goes into making sure that actually happens. And otherwise, there we go, wonderful, that's done. Otherwise, you want one person to have the Fluctus so that you can pop the nodes through walls without having to maneuver to them. It just speeds things up so much, and time is of the essence on that mission.
To the Corpus today. Their war profiteering will not go unpunished.
We clone with Epitaph's ultimate cold prop machine? Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. And today we've got an Exless Warframe adapter. Ah. Okay. Gotta say, not what I was expecting to pick up, but sure, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. So our outcome on that today, guys, is it's definitely not a NASA Sculptural Endo. So there you are. And enjoy your additional channel points there. Big winner, Bidface, with literally all of his points, 6,666 thrown into that ring. He's getting back another 3k plus. There we go. 3-1 for Urayli. Quintus, no. We got a frame coming out soon. We got, Garuda Prime coming out soon. You want me to throw this onto bloody Rayleigh? No. No. On the flip side here, Zers voted 5,000 spanners against this. Oh, yikes. Oh, dear. Oh, that ain't good. Oh, Quintus? Alright, well, bye-bye. Quintus has redeemed get 2035, so... Yep. There goes Quintus. He'll be back in about 35 minutes, something like that. Yup. Make sure to start building it in Foundry so I have it ready. I think. What? Build in Foundry? I'm pretty sure we don't have to build that in Foundry. I can build a former. But, nope. You notice it's not a builder thing. It's already built. It's not a blueprint. Not a blueprint. Hey, Beard, how you doing? How are things, my dude? Also, for our very next mission, we are going to be using Vault at the request of Ballistic Boobans. Yeah. Ballistic. Let's grab our Vault Prime then. Going for that copper look on him, because, you know, why not? Copper looks well. Yeah, in this case, Mythic Spirit, some of the rewards you get from the Sortie, if we just mouse over there real quickly, you'll see that it's a blueprint for the Catalyst and Reactor, but for the Former and Warframe Adapter, those you just get them as is. Those you just get as is, my dude. Well, yeah. Hey Melon saying, I'm more trouble with some stuff in Warframe, to be honest, than I did in Elden Ring so far. No, you can gear up in an open world. I mean, fair enough. There are certainly some areas of difficulty in Warframe. There is an entire channel full of guides by some British guy who loves drinking tea, probably because Warframe is a difficult game, so don't worry about it. But at least with Warframe, it's mostly gear check, so I can be lazy. Whereas Elden Ring and that kind of type of game, I have to pay a little bit more attention. I'm not very good at paying attention. You know, I kind of drift and dance around and whatnot. You missed a prediction again, Joker? Ah, it's unfortunate. You know what? I haven't done this in a while, Joker. I haven't done this in a while. Just for you. We're going to have another prediction right here, right now. We're going to have another prediction, but it's going to be an odd one. It's going to be an odd one. I'm going to give you guys just 1 minute on this prediction. And that prediction is, which side do you think is going to win? Biggest side wins. So the most spanners on a side will win. This is... You're predicting yourselves, chat. This is a meta prediction right here. Which side do you think is going to get the most channel points, most spanners? Throw your spanners in. You've only got a minute on it. Biggest side wins. Now, see, the thing is, obviously, if you bet onto one side, you can't switch to the other side. So now there's going to be some people holding onto their spanners, thinking, ooh, I can swing this at the end. But can you? But can you? Because I've already chosen a number in my head. I'm going to close a prediction with that many seconds left. So you might hold on to the end, or you might just hold a little bit too far. I'm going to be closing this at a random number of seconds. I've already decided left on it. You don't know when I'm going to do it. So where's your gambling going? There we go. Okay, that's gone through. There was a little bit of lag there from Twitch, but it went through. It went through, and okay, yeah, that's a very clear one-sided one. But hey, Joker, you're on the winning side. There you go. There we are. So 9 people unfortunately hoped that blue would swing around in the end, but yeah. I didn't even say I knew it was 3 seconds left. Well, actually, it was 7 seconds, but there was lag on Twitch's side. There we are. So 95% swing there towards pink. Yeah, pink is definitely the bigger side. Mythic saying this prediction is much more interesting game theory problem if you did it for the smaller side. See, the thing with that Mythic is that at that point there's just no reason to or even try and gamble an amount. Whereas with biggest side wins, people can start throwing huge amounts at it, trying to out raffle others. Oh, you see exactly that. There we are from Archer. That Mythic Spirit is exactly the kind of thing you're looking for. That right there. So where Archer's like, I was about to put all my spanners up right before pink jumped to 30k. Now imagine if they'd done it just before. Can you imagine if they'd done it just before? That could have been funky. That could have been funky. Unless someone else joined Archer at the same time thinking, oh, you never know. And it could have gone another way. These things create some weird moments. They create some weird moments. Ow. We're going to have a look at the patch notes here. I'm on Vault at the moment, but we'll actually get around to using Vault and messing around with some stuff in just a moment. I'm going to drop from the squad here now. Archer, Esprit, Pendragon. Thank you very much for joining me on the Sortie. Let's have a look at what we've learned about the patch, basically. Let's see what details we got here. I'm just going to bring it up onto my screen. There we go. So we are on to this wonderful, wonderful patch. The Noras Mix Volume 1 Update 31.2.0. Got to give him credit for coming up with an inventive name, sure, yeah. Notes. Right then. Motomoto went up 1k in like 10 minutes. Yeah, well, there you are. That's something, isn't it? Oh, you're going for auto mod, right? I see. Well, that's gonna be fun. Alright, let's have a look then. Let's have a look at all the changes and what we've got. Obviously, Nightwave, Intermission, yes. We've gone through an Intermission 3 after we had Glassmaker. So it's Glassmaker, Intermission 3. Then we had, what do you call it? Nora's Choice. And now we're on to Nora's Mix. As I mentioned on the Discord, you know, I'm fine with it all being intermissions, with D focusing on more permanent content, rather than going for event content like Glassmaker, which once it's done, it's gone. Anyone starting after that, or anyone who took a break, just happened to cover that, you missed out. I'm happy with them developing more permanent stuff like the new. So I'm not at all unhappy with there being intermissions. It would be nice if they rotated them a bit quicker, but not a priority. Not a priority. It's still far better than the alert system, that's for sure. Arcadian saying Nora watched Guardians of the Galaxy, decided to make her own mixtape. I mean, fair enough, I get the reference. We don't get a lot of music from Nora, though, do we? Not much of a DJ in that sense. Not much of a DJ overall. But let's have a look then. What have we got with Nora? So, with Nora's Mix, we've got a total of 22 new acts that we can go through, new ways to earn credits. Let's have a look at these. We have got... I'm going to move this onto my other screen. My microphone's in the way. Will this work if I move the screen? No, it won't. Okay, I've broken everything there. Let me do that. There we go. Okay, you saw the giveaway button instead for a moment. Right then. I don't know why OBS is such a dick about Chrome, but it is. So, we have got Liquidation. Sell any item in your inventory for credits. And if you can't manage that, I don't know what to tell you. 2 for 1. Pierce and kill 2 or more enemies in a single bow shot. Is that going to allow us to use the Kuva Brahma? I wonder. Death from above. Kill 10 enemies with ground slams. Easy enough to do. Just go to basically any mission and use your normal melee. That'll work. Kill 3 drones, or why am I selecting so much there? Kill 3 drones or ospreys with your melee weapon. Yeah. I mean, Stropher exists, Glaive exists, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. Topping off the tank. Successfully defend an excavator without allowing it to run out of power. Is this a suggestion that they've made it where power cells are going to spawn more consistently now, or is this just a bit of an insult? That, certainly for people who play solo all the time, that's a bit insulting, isn't it? You compare the difficulty here. This one, sell something in your inventory. Everyone's got something to sell. Don't let a mechanic go down when you have no control over said mechanic. Anyway, personal touch, place a decoration. Yeah, that's fine. Install an augment mod onto your Warframe. Okay, I mean, gotta say, not much of a challenge, but I suppose it ties into the rest of the patch that's come out. Yeah. Firm shake. Shake the hand of a fellow Tenno using the handshake emote. Will this work with Wukong, I wonder? Will this work with Wukong? That could be interesting. That could be an interesting one. Builder's touch. Claim an item from your foundry. Nah. Medic. Revive a fellow Tenno or companion. Okay, time to bring out the Kavats with no mods on. Excuse me, what? I don't need a quote pop-up every time I'm selecting things just to look at it. Come on, don't be like this. And stay on top. Kill 20 enemies using a necromech while hovering. Yeah, it's easy enough to do. Unless you don't have a necromech, in which case, get a necromech. Does clone copy emotes? Clone copies certain aspects. I know it definitely copies dances. Yeah, WooClone could work with the handshake. I'm told you can handshake your own WooClone, so could be interesting. Could be interesting. Weekly acts, we've got night and day, collect 15 Voam or fast res during the Cambion Drift. Yeah, okay, that's plenty doable. Loyalty, gain 5,000 standing with any one syndicate faction. I do that by accident every day I play the game. Adler, plunder one of Aladvi's secret laboratories on Jupiter. Oh, come on now. We call them secret laboratories, but at this point, who here in the chat doesn't know what this is actually talking about? Like, is there anyone here in chat who doesn't actually understand what this is talking about? The Mad Lab stuff. Moto. Okay, so we got one. We got two, and he doesn't know. Jeremy is saying the orange door. I'm going to assume that I mean the right door there. Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, this should be okay. Punya Banji doesn't know. Okay, so we got like 3 people out of... I don't even know how many people we got here at the moment. Where's my Twitch stats? I minimized them. Never mind. Out of however many are here. Snake Raiders never heard of it. Okay. Okay. Archer, don't know right now, but I better do it anyways. There are a few people. Alright. You know what? That tells me one thing. I need to go do it. That's obviously what needs to happen here. Yep, I need to go do it. So, let's head on over to Jupiter. I'm going to head on over to an exterminate mission, which I think is this one. Let me demonstrate. Someone say learn it from me? Makes sense. So let me demonstrate how this works. Now, there are various forms of this. I will just show you whichever one we come across. I am accidentally on the steel path and really do not want to be doing that. Thank you very much. Let's just leave there. For demonstration purposes, I'm quite happy to do this on the normal mode. Thank you very much. I do not want to be focusing on trying not to die. There we go. Okay then, back to that. Like I said, I don't pay attention. You might recognise it when you see a Joker. I have shown these a couple times on streams. Not many times, but a couple times.
My intel suggests there are rich.
Alright, so let's just make our way through here until we find a certain tile. I'm going to let my Sentinel have some fun.
Search them out if you are
Go on, zappy. Turn them into ice cubes. Gotta love a Sentinel that knows how to make ice cubes. Do I put milk in my tea? I do. Wow, I just ran straight into that. I'm just going to let that clear for a moment. Yeah, I'm tired of waiting. I'm in one of those certain tiles. I didn't want to do... I suppose I could do that one there, couldn't I? Yeah. I could do this one here. I mean... Yeah, the entry is one, yeah. This one, I'll be honest, I'm not too familiar with this particular one. So that's why I've been handling off it. How do I do that aura electric damage? Aura electricity damage? Not sure what you mean on that one, my dude. As we say, as someone allergic to milk, what is a British acceptable milk substitute? You can use various milks, to be quite honest. Oh. Hello. I didn't mean to find that.
The first resource cache.
I genuinely cannot remember this particular one, Rainuva. Genuinely cannot remember this particular one. I'll find another one. There'll be a better demonstration if I know what I'm doing, rather than trying to figure it through. So we'll find another one. But yeah, various milks can be used in your tea. I know that my dad uses soy milk. Others have said great things about oat milk. So pick your poison, really. Pick your poison. Tea is pretty manageable all around. How do I kill while running? I really genuinely don't understand what the question is. How do you kill whilst running? You run and shoot. Nah, I'm lost. Genuinely lost on that question there, guys. I have to be a little bit more specific as to what I'm doing. Damn it. Somehow I managed to miss with electricity. There we go. First asking about vaultability. See, I figured it might be that question, but at the same time, it's... Oh, I pressed 1. So, yeah. And I'm not using Vault's electric shield augments right now, so it's definitely not that. Yeah. One thing you have to remember as well on Twitch, if you're asking questions, is that almost certainly your question is going to come through at least a few seconds, if not a little bit longer, after whatever's happened that you're referencing. And I'm not going to read your message straight away, 9 times out of 10. Same goes for any streamer. So if you reference something that's happening as if it's only just happened, there's a good chance that the streamer, including myself, is just not going to know what you're talking about. Basically. It's not something that we'd intend, it's just the nature of live streaming. It's not as live as it may feel. There is some delay. Remember hating Jupiter intensely because of the booby traps? Oh, the booby traps ain't so bad. They ain't so bad, as long as you pay a little bit of attention, or just have a frame that can just walk through them, it's fine. They ain't that bad. Now, come on, let's see. Where is one of these rooms we're looking for? Just blapping these guys in the face. Got multiple shotgun-style weapons at the moment. Neither of them are actually a shotgun. Oh yeah, the arc traps on Grenadier ships. Now, they are a nuisance. Because they'll trigger even if you're invisible. Like, there is nothing they should know about your existence, and they still trigger and mess with you. They annoy me. They're especially devilish for Avara. Alright, this room, I believe, has one of them, doesn't it? Yes, okay. Alright then, guys. This is what I was thinking about. So this is the kind of thing you're looking for these secret labs on Jupiter. You'll see a door of this shade, this color. And I'll have some shapes holographically imprinted onto it. Now, some of you may already be going, of course, yes, that thing. I recognize these. But yeah. So, this orange door, as Jeremy puts it, this is what you're looking for when it comes to doing these secret labs. But just finding this isn't enough. You actually have to then, you know, do it. So, we got square, semicircle, triangle. And if I recall correctly, just over here, you might recognize we got a triangle. Believe it or not, these shapes are what we're looking for. But that will be stage 2. We need to do stage 1 first. Stage 1 first. Don't know what told me over there. Didn't even pay attention for a millisecond and fell over.
Find extraction.
For stage 1, you need to actually activate it. That, for this particular one, you go here, it's usually somewhere high up. This is high up for this room. And you've got the access controller here. Blah. Taking out that, if we have a look back at the triangle one very quickly, you'll notice it's changed. Now it has gone up, it has opened up this panel. You see X to interact, question mark, question mark, question mark. Definitely some secret thing. So we're looking for square, semicircle and triangle. There's only 3 of them for this door, that's good. We already know the triangle one is right here. But let's go find the other ones. Let's go find the other ones. Now they'll never be very far. It's all in the same contained tile. So we know if we go through that door, we've left the tile, so it's not that way. And this is how you'll just search around. Through here, there's another one, so that's our square. So all we need to do now is know where the semicircle one is. And that one's right here. Looks a little bit more than just a semicircle on there, but it's the same shape. And if I recall correctly, it was square, semicircle, triangle. So that is the order we need to do it. Up, square, semicircle, and then get ourselves down to the triangle. Ta-da! And it is that simple. You find where they are, that could be a bit of a trick in itself, and then you have to do them all. There is a time limit, however, if you fail, you just get to try again. There is no limit on the number of times you can try, other than just the mission timing out on you. But yes, you do want to be quick. You don't need to use Vault Speed, you can use any frame for it. I'm just going quickly there, because why not? When's the new update coming out? So today's patch day is already out, Ampol. It's already out. We're taking a break from the patch notes here to demonstrate what one of the patch notes is talking about, which is this secret laboratory. So when you come into here, you got some few lockers. You don't really care about these ones, they're normal lockers. You do care about this one. Nice shiny purple locker. Now, not to get your hopes up, I know it's the same purple as a ribbon mod. You don't get ribbon mods from it. Sadly not. But what you do get is a captura scene. But if that's not good enough for you, you've then got this final door here to actually get into the lab. But we're not just seeing a picture of it. We can get into that lab. How do we get in? The new Nightwave is not yet out, Ampol. That's going to be coming out later on so that every platform gets it at the exact same time. So that's not out just yet. Yeah, to get through this door, I mean, you might try and attack it, like, yeah, can I get through, please, maybe? Turns out what you have to do, bring out a friend. And that gives you access to this here. That allows you to get in and raid and deal with the research that Alan V has been doing on sentience. You can just about make out in there that there is a sentient of some description. I'm not sure which one that would be, but it's not a friendly one. Here we go, now we can see what it is. It's a conculist. And once you dealt with all those, you've also got another purple locker for another captura scene. Bam! So yeah, that's long and short of it. That is the secret laboratory on Jupiter. That's how it works. That's how you get access to it. You'll see there's a few of them dotted around. All of the labs are self-contained on one tile. So if you find one of those doors, you do not need to go searching far and wide. It will never be more than within the tile itself. So this here is all part of the same tile. This door here leads us onto a new tile, if you think about how maps are put together. So yeah. What gun is it? It's so strong. Oh yes, this is a very, very strong gun. This is the Foreman. It has 2 firing modes. One for long-range rifles, and one for a shotgun mode. And it is honestly one of the best primary weapons in the game. It's incredible. Oh yeah. See, it kind of just thunders away, and it has infinite ammo. It just recharges. These were added around the time of the Rope Lotus, I believe, because there was the Jupiter rework, which added them in. So, yeah. Since Jupiter has looked like this, they've been in the game, these labs. I'd agree, Mythic Spirit. I would agree on that, yes. The Foreman is probably the best weapon in the game outside of the ones which can level up to 40. And the Glaive Prime. It's Mastery rank 8 to get the Foreman. Yep, it's Wisp's signature weapon. She doesn't get much of a bonus from it being her signature, but it's her signature weapon, yeah. Alright, there we are. So that's the Jupiter demonstration. For those of you who are ever curious about that, there you go. You have to write it down and poll. Just make sure you remember to check out the best primary weapon in the game, according to the Kengineer. You'll find the YouTube video. Yeah, Nightwave is not here yet. It'll be with us shortly. I don't know how long shortly is, but it'll be with us shortly. Alrighty, let's have a look at some more of that, the patch notes. Switch to the correct scene, there we go. It's almost switching to intermission. Nope. Alright then, so that is the plunder at one of Alavi's secret laboratories. That's what that's all about there, so now you guys know how to do that one. Obviously there are more than one lab available, there are various ones to learn the ways about, so if you find something different, have an explore. See if you can figure it out without me or someone else showing you the way around it if you find a different one. Hello Islis, good evening to you. Can't wait for Garuda Prime. Oh, she's coming soon. Not here just yet, but she's coming soon. I think I saw as well a Penguin in there. Good morning, Ken. How are you? To you? Hello, Penguin. I did see your name in there. I'm doing alright. Thank you very much for asking. You doing well today? Well, I saw your name in there. Innie saying, I'm still rocking Ignis Wraith now for many years. Well, Innie, we'll forgive you this time, but you have just committed a mortal sin on this channel. Because the Ignis Wraith is the antithesis of the Foreman, and therefore that means you are a heathen. So, just so you know, you're going to hell. Alrighty, and then the other weekly missions we've got here. Complete a mission with only a single pistol and glaive equipped. That feels like it's harkening back to Dark Sector, so fair enough. And then Bloodthirsty. Kill 20 enemies in 5 seconds. AoE frames are laughing at that one. And then on the Elite Weekly Axe they're adding in, open one of each tier or era of relic. Okay, Lith, Miso, Neo, and Axie. Funnily enough, they don't count the Requiem relics there, but that's probably for the best. The Price of Freedom, free one capture Solaris using a Granum Crown. Finally, we're going to be freeing more of them, guys. Convert 10 Ribbon Slivers into a Ribbon mod. Okay, you're going to have to get some Ribbon Slivers going. I know a load of people have bank of those, but those of us who are not doing those endgame runs do not. And then destroy 3 Necromech Isolation Vault Guardians. Every member of the squad will get progress towards this act for defeating Necromech Vault Guardian. At least that's good news, but I don't like doing the Isolation Vaults. Oh. And Rise the Machine. Kill 300 enemies using a Necromech without getting destroyed. I mean, at least you can do those two at the same time if they pop up. There is that. Most saying, got my Foreman's 30 time to form it, or you're going to be forming it a few times to get the full power out of it. Yeah, absolutely. It's a very powerful weapon, but it does demand a lot of Former if you want to get the most out of it. That's the thing, Innie. I'm late game, you know. I've got the gear to handle Isolation Vaults pretty damn handily, you know. They ain't a problem for me, it's just they're not my preferred style of gameplay. That's the difference. Alright, looking at the new rewards. We've got Jill Sword Savica skin. This would be a great place to have a picture, but okay. Ivara and Action Glyph, picture. Glacius, Sayandana, picture. Combat reload augment for Tigris. On headshot kill, or if 5 pellets hit the head, increase reload speed by 120% for 3 seconds. Okay. Okay. That could come in handy. Once I actually have the augment, I'll be able to look at how that works into builds. I could see that being handy, given how the Tigris actually functions, yeah. We'll see. Double G Maniac, you are right, yes. It would be a single T3 Isolation Vault, you're very right. Range advantage, Augment mod for Akjagara, plus 300% damage if no enemies are within 10 meters at max. Okay, that mod I'm not sure if it's really a good mod. It depends on how it functions, because you see, Hornet Strike is 220% damage, and that goes on the Akjagara. You've got Secondary Merciless, Deadhead, and Dexterity. They are 360% damage, and work for the Akjagara. So 300% damage sounds like a lot, but then we've got a lot of other pure damage options already for the Actugara. However, if this plus 300% isn't additive but is actually multiplicative, then this is an incredible mod to pick up. But that's assuming that's the case, and, well, we don't know yet. I'm willing to bet that it's not going to be that. And if so, that just means then you've got something that's slightly better than Hornet Strike, but worse than the Arcane, but only when there aren't enemies right next to you. And 10 meters, it's not a small distance, that either. That is a reasonable radius around yourself. So, we'll see on that one. It depends on how that 300% actually works, but if it is just additive, that's pretty much a DOA on that one. I suppose the cost also comes into it. Yeah. We've got the Lizette domestic drone, for those of you who really love those little drones going around. Gotta say, I'm not a fan of the domestic drones, but hey, you do you. Decorative, who cares? And then they're just bringing back some evergreens and handpick selective rules. You know, the stuff. As I was saying, if it's multiplicative, which it probably won't be, could be great on Zephyr, could be. There's a lot of stuff that could be a potential there if it's multiplicative. Reason I put that as a potential option is that the Actugara is powerful, but it's not an AoE weapon, so, you know, it's not like it's going to suddenly become a master of murder if that was multiplicative, but we don't know. We don't know. We're just going to have to see the mod, test the mod, and decide how we feel about it. Also, Caliban's Cranian Helmet blueprint will appear in the first cred offerings rotation once live. Okay, so there'll be a Caliban helmet going around. Cool, cool, cool. General Nightwave changes and fixes, guys. We've got change Sharing is Caring act name to be more accurate to the challenge. It's now Go Viral. This is killing a number of enemies with viral damage. I wonder if someone complained about this. Good evening, Caesar. How are you doing today? I do wonder if someone complained about the idea of dealing viral damage as Sharing is Caring, because I don't really see much of a reason of a need to change the name of an act. Okay. They felt the need to do so. Whatever. More fixes towards Plains Violent and all Valor-specific acts not tracking properly in the post-New War form. That's good. There have been a few issues around that side, and then just UI issue. Alright, Garuda. We're on to Garuda now. I know you guys have been waiting for the details here. Let's have a look at what they have done to the Blood Queen. To Garuda, the Crimson Maiden of Death has been streamlined for more satisfying butchery. With a focus on adding more maneuverability and deadliness to the Queen of Gore, the following changes have been made. Firstly, the passive. Killing enemies, and this includes assists, now increases damage by 5% up to 100%, and then it drains back down 1% every 2 seconds. Okay. Kills stall the drain for 5 seconds as well. This is reflected in a new UI icon in the bottom right corner of your screen, which is going to be this picture you can see right here. So we're moving away from you need to be on low health for the damage to get some kills for the damage. And with 20 kills, you're up to that full power. 20 kills is not a lot of kills. If you're not getting 20 kills, you weren't using your damage bonus, let's be quite honest. So, yeah. I don't see it as an issue on that side. It does mean that you've got more options in terms of using her actual key abilities together and, you know, having health rather than just everyone tanking through quick thinking. So I do like that change there. It's a achievable 100% that doesn't force you into a very specific way of play or just running around scared for your life if you're a newer player without the mod. Gloom and Trin no longer screw a passive. There is that too. Yeah, absolutely. Gloom, Trin, Wisp, various things which can heal you without you wanting to be healed necessarily, no longer mess up Garuda's passives. That is good as well, yeah. It says, weird, I have the in-game description up right now. It says 10%, not 5. That's an interesting one. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that, shall we? Yes, Liz. That is a good thing to question if that's what you're seeing there. Let's go grab Garuda. See what it says. Garuda, bubbly bop. Not appearance, abilities, passive. Damage increases with enemy kills up to maximum of 100%. Say it here. Alright, Islis, where are you seeing this? You say you have the in-game description open right now, and it says increases by 10%, not 5%. Where are you seeing that, Islis? On the passive, what, this thing right here? Because that's where I am. So, I don't know what you're seeing there. But yeah, I'm not seeing that. Don't know what you're seeing on that one. Base stats, no. Doesn't change it, shouldn't change it, didn't change it. No idea on that one there. No idea at all. Alright, let's have a look at this some more then. So, what else we got? Dread Mirror changes. There's a few bullet points. Dread Mirror's projectile will now auto-throw when energy drains completely from charging. Okay. So, you hold the charge, hold, and then just chuck it once you're out of energy. Sure. Added new Dread Mirror's projectile direction animations while charging midair before releasing. We'll see what that means. Dread Mirror's projectile can now be charged while sprinting with new animations. Garuda will now be invulnerable while traveling to the target. Okay. Double the damage scaling from the projectile while throwing. Adjusted position of the projectile damage numbers to be low on the mirror so he doesn't go off screen as often. And increase the turn speed of Dread Mirror when not aiming. Dread Mirror turn speed is instant whilst aiming. Okay. So you got more control over the defensive side of stuff. Let's have a look at that in action. Let's have a look at this in action, shall we? I'm going to take this to a simulacrum just so we can kind of dip in and out testing. Let's head on down there really quickly and see how this feels in a quick testing room. Okay, so we'll pop on through into the simulacrum. What have we got going on over here? Let's spawn some troopers. Troopers are fun. We got Arad troopers, we've got Drekar troopers, Frontier troopers, and some Kuba troopers. They're all great. Let's make them level 20 just so we don't insta die or anything stupid. And we'll keep my companion alive. Alright. Hello, baddies. So yeah, you do see my health bar does go invulnerable when I'm casting my one. There we go. And that's the kind of turn speed. So there is a bit of lag on it, but there is the turn speed. And then if I'm aiming, yeah, it just sits there. It just sits there. So we can just kind of block those shots entirely this way. And then of course just shoot. And then holding this to throw. Yep. Pretty handy. Yeah, not huge amounts in the changes there, but there are changes. The main thing that I'd say there is actually being able to aim and block. Does that work with full melee mode when blocking? Good question, Rainuva. Good question. Let's have a look at that then. Full melee mode. No. Good shout, Rainuva. Good shout. So no, it does not do that. Also, funnily enough, the shots that you'll be blocking with your melee are instead blocked by the shield, and the shots the shield don't block are also not blocked by your melee. So, yeah, it turns out that might actually be a problem for Garuda. That is such an extra animation, by the way. It's like spin around and shoot. Not just shoot, spin around and shoot. Come on. So yeah. You want the ballroom simulacrum? Ah, yeah. It's a nice one, isn't it? Alright, let's see about this throwing the orb straight away. So we can see it charging up quite a lot of damage there. 20k, 30k, 40k, and it's burning through my energy for this. And auto chuck, yeah. It just auto chucks it. Wow, I am bloodied all over at the moment. How much bloody does this get? How? Alright, bros. There's 100. Oh wow, she is just absolutely covered in it at full scale there. Absolutely covered. Yikes, YouTube algorithm's not going to like that one. Would a shielded melee with a higher block arc help, I wonder? Potentially, Esprit, potentially. But at the same time, it's still just kind of countering what the shield is getting in the way of. He's just making up for where the shield doesn't cover at that point, which is going to just apply the same anyway. Covered in ketchup? Yeah, it's ketchup, isn't it, guys? We just, you know, raided at McDonald's whilst holding onto a glowing gunblade and talons on my elbows. Yeah. It's fine. Alright, so we've got an idea as to what's cracking over that side. We got an idea as to what's cracking over there. Drop some strawberry jam. Why is the ketchup so dark? Is it? Oh no, it's Orican. You see, they use different tomatoes. It's just a different type of tomato. That's all it is. All right, Blood Altar. Garuda will now be invulnerable whilst traveling to the targets. That's just the same as the Dread Mirror one, but it's still nice. Bloodletting now clears status procs when cast. Okay, that's good. That's useful. And then slightly increased energy gain from 35% to 40% of Garuda's energy pool. It's slightly more efficient and also clears out some status procs, or all status procs. That's good. That's good. I can definitely see use in that there. Because if you are sacrificing a huge chunk of your health, perhaps the last thing you want to do is do that whilst an electric or toxin proc is currently murdering your face. Yeah. So that's a nice change. I like that. And then Seeking Talons, double the base damage from 150 to 300 at max. I mean, you don't really use it for the damage, but sure, we'll take it. Seeking Talons can now be charged without holding the cast binding for the entire duration. Oh, either tap for hands-free charging that will auto-release, or hold for manual charging. Ooh, I'll have a look at that in just a sec. Slightly reduced max charge time, added new Seeking Talons directional animations for mid-air, can be charged while sprinting, and you're invulnerable whilst casting until it's fully charged. Again with the invulnerability whilst casting here, okay. This is someone who has no intention of dying while she's just setting things up. Okay. Okay, that can work. That can work. Let's have a look at that then. Let's have a look at how that plays out in practice, shall we? The jam is mostly gone, guys. Yeah, she was working on it a bit, taking some of it off whilst we were just kind of casually studying. Let's get a little bit more energy, because why not? So, yeah, she can just kind of sacrifice her health on demand for more energy if she really wanted to. I didn't need to do that. I just did it. Let's fix that up real quickly, shall we? Alright, we're good. We're good. So, tap to cast. Oh, look at that. Just a quick little tap and... oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Level 20s, obviously, kind of just die to that. But yeah, that was just a tap. I'm not having to hold that. You can still hold it if you want. And yeah, look at this. I'm holding it and I'm moving around still. That's nice. Can't jump, but sure. But then if you don't want to be holding those keys and doing other stuff at the same time, you just do it. Could I simulate the blocking with a glaive? I mean, sure. Nothing special, it's just a glaive blocking, but sure. Alright, brubs, let's block. Yeah, that's blocking with glaive for you. Can you shoot during the charge? Good question, let's have a look. No. No, I was trying there, couldn't shoot a single thing. But yeah, you can see I can hold it and just release when I want to. Like right there. That's a very dead guy. You meant with her disc thing up. Disc thing? Not sure what you mean there. The shield, okay. So yeah, you can just, yeah, you grab your Dread Mirror, you're all good, and then just, yeah, we can get that ready, position ourselves, get all the enemies in, there we go, that's a lot of dead enemies. But yeah, Dread Mirror, definitely not a glaive. And yeah, if you just kind of mid-air, it actually, yeah, it creates the hovering and then you drop launch. Oh. I know the level 20, this is purely demonstrative, but it does a beautiful job. Beautiful. Good to note that the invulnerability whilst holding forward doesn't last forever. Yes, it is only whilst charging. Once you are fully charged, it ends. As does the hovering. So you can be invulnerable for a bit, just a bit. Does natural talent have any meaningful impact on her? Almost certainly. Let's bring that up for you. Good question. Let's bring it up. See, I was using a quick thinking build originally on this one. Oh, okay. I've apparently broken this build, whatever this one was. Let's just break it fully, shall we? Yeah, and... Oh, okay, yeah, it is really broken now. Let's just, there we go. Oh, excuse me. That came out of nowhere. Okay then, so... So yeah, you saw that charged a lot quicker, and the tap cast as well. Oh, that's interesting actually. Let me just see that again without it. Thank you very much, guys. First time seeing minus. Yeah, I think I must have sold off an aura mod. So taking off that mod, we cast this tap, and then release, and then the invulnerability drops. Okay. Now, if we grab that mod back again, natural talent, tap cast, auto release, and then the invul drop. So it also shrinks down the invulnerability window. I mean, that makes sense. You're only invulnerable during the charge time and cast. But, yeah. Just something to be aware of there. It does also reduce the amount of time spent invulnerable. That's going to apply to things like this as well, no doubt. Oh yeah, look at the speed of that. Okay. Let's just set up a few zones of healing here, why don't we? Thank you. You can get blapped with that. Yep. And this is against level 20, so this is, again, just for basic demonstration purposes, just whilst we get a feel of things before we get into the real nitty-gritty of it all. But, yeah. Obviously, November Bot saying, I wonder, does melee blocking angle change how much you can melee reflect behind Dredge Mirror? So yeah, we've already seen that the melee reflect just doesn't work at all if the Dredge Mirror is in the way of the blocking angle. So how much you have does matter. How much you have does matter. Alright, now, I've not done a lot of Garuda gameplay. I've got some learning to do, especially with the new kit. Let's... got some formatting to do. There's a new Prime coming out so soon. Alright, so we no longer need this. Let's get rid of that. That's no longer part of how she operates. We got Rolling Guard, we got Adaptation, Prime Footed, Vitality, Prime Continuity. It's all looking good. Let's see here. Is that bleed chance affected by strength? Yes, it is. Okay, that's actually kind of useful to have then. So, apparently you want a little bit more than 30%. That's annoying. That is annoying. Does Umbral get it there fully? Umbral does get it there fully in one mod. Hello, Flyer. How you doing today? Alright, now let's see. Otherwise, damage capture multiplier goes up with strength. Is that the only thing that goes up with strength there? Oh, damn. Okay. And then blood alter, health per second goes up. So that's a thing. And bloodletting... Bloodletting doesn't seem to be affected by strength, does it? No. It's going to be efficiency, right? Like, if I go fleeting expertise, yeah, that gives you more energy without reducing the drain. Okay, okay. I gotcha. Oh, how does that work exactly? 40 goes to 100 if we get 60% efficiency. Math? What is going on there, please? 40 goes to 57 with Streamline. But it goes to 100 with Fleeting Expertise. Double... What? What? Huh? I mean, someone help me out here. I'm not being silly on this, am I? Maybe it's the lack of duration? Would duration make the energy gain lower? Would it? Let's try that. No? So it's not the change in duration that's affecting it. At least it doesn't look to be. Let me get another duration-y one on here as well, just for high duration testing. Nope, duration's definitely not affecting it there. If I grab Streamline at the same time as this, is it going to do something bonkers? Oh, is it gone? D plus. Energy goes up to 160. So putting on Streamline when we already have this on here takes it from 100 to 160. So we gain 60. But if I take off this, it drops down from 160 to 57. 50% efficiency also hits 100%. No, it doesn't. It hits 80%. Is this something that's happened on this patch, or is this is this something that already existed and is on the wiki? You know what that means? It's time for us to have a look at the wiki. Wiki, please, please, wiki, have me an answer here. Garuda Warframe, thank you. Garuda, what you got for me? Please explain. What be going on here? So total energy gain equals base energy gain divided by 2 minus ability efficiency. So for example, 160% efficiency results in 100% energy gain, whilst 175 results in 160% gain. That's what we saw. So if you have a base energy gain of 40 and 2 minus ability efficiency, so 2 minus 130 is where we were with just the Streamline mod. So that would give us 40 divided by 0.7 is 57, yeah. Divided by 0.4, however, is 100. And divided by 0.25 is 160. Yeah, okay. Okay. That is an interesting choice of equation, not going to lie. That is an interesting choice of equation. 200% ability efficiency, infinite energy gain. If efficiency could get that high, yes. That is a curious equation for this. Because it means that the ability efficiency becomes exponentially more impactful. Each extra percentage point becomes even more important than the ones that came before it. A small efficiency increase is not really an efficiency increase. Mythic Spirit, yes they can, but you're still limited to 175 maximum efficiency, no matter what. So if you go for low ability strength, ability efficiency, the lowest you can go on her would bring you down to 45%. So 2 minus 45%, 2 minus 0.45, that is, will give you 1.55. So you would lose 50... Well, you wouldn't lose 55%, you would lose a little bit over a third of it. The 40 divided by 1.55, it goes down to 25.8. And yeah, if we just again look at that in game a sec. Oh, there's a hotfix going on. Sure, we'll look at it in a moment. If we just have a look at that here right now, we see, yeah, 25%. Okay. Gotta say, that's odd. That's odd. To whoever said that 50% also means 100% or something like that. Don't know what you were smoking. But, yeah. Yeah. What was saying, oh, something dumb I discovered recently, channeled abilities with low duration ignore the 175 efficiency cap. No. No, they do not. What they do instead is they calculate the effect of duration and efficiency first, and then compare that against the cap. So what I mean by that is, with channeled abilities, you've got a low duration and a high efficiency. They're fighting against each other, so you may have modded 190% efficiency, but you've got duration bringing it back down towards that 175. It does the calculation between duration and efficiency first, and then it limits the efficiency. So it doesn't quite ignore the cap, no. If it ignored the cap, you'd be able to get 190% efficiency and high duration, and then just have almost free abilities. Hello, Tenno7468. What's good? We are making our way through all of the patch notes. We're making our way through all the patch notes. I did switch over to show that I was double checking on this bit here. Just for those of you who wanted to confirm, Blind Rage, 45% efficiency. It does 25%, but yeah. Flipping it on its head for maximized efficiency. Ooh. Got our fleeting expertise, we got our streamline, and boom, 160%, which is more than you need, literally, so it's pointless. You can go for max efficiency, but it's genuinely pointless. Max fleeting expertise will do you just fine for that, at the expense of your duration though, which is probably not a good idea. So yeah, that's just kind of where it be. Fun fact. Okay, Garuda being a little bit funky there. Garuda being a little bit funky. Let's see, how do we want to work with this then? I don't want to go fleeting expertise in the end, to be quite honest with you. Continuity, always a good thing. Keep this up longer, keep this up longer. Updated version is available. We'll look at that in a second. I'm testing something deep. Give me a moment. I would like to have that strength after all, so we'll go with that for now. And yeah, because I got no former on this, I can't actually take this any further right now. So sure, why not? Let's roll with this. Let's just do a quick test arena. Let's put this onto you. Yep, that should do just fine. Let's take these from level 20 to 180. I'm sure nothing can go wrong there. Do that, do this, do the charge. I'm invulnerable during that, which is useful for guys trying to flank me. You there will be a new source of health for me, thank you very much. Wow, okay, this is kind of... Now the full scale to scale there, we're just kind of... Yeah. Okay, Well, that did a good job, didn't it? Alright. I'll be doing some more work on that, but that seems to be doing a pretty damn good job straight away. Oh, I'm so bloodied. That is gruesome. Oh, hey, you're alive. Fun fact. Tenno saying, got any tips for me? I'm rank 22, not very good at the game, trying to get better. What are you struggling with, Tenno7468? What are you struggling with there? Because if you're struggling with damage, I've got a guide on my YouTube channel, top 10 tips for more damage. I highly recommend it, as that will give you literally what it says on the tin. If you're looking for ways to handle certain missions, I've already got a disruption guide out. I've done a spy guide for some of the corpus vaults. Depends on what you're just struggling with in that arena. Maybe you're struggling with the damage of high level enemies. I go into how damage scaling works. Go into damage calculation. Got guides on picking different elements and what they all mean for each other. Seriously, where are you struggling? I've got a guide for a lot of bits and pieces at this point. Alright, let's get rid of this thing. It's ugly. Oh, that's scaling! Look at that go up. 300k, 400k. Damn, I wish I put an enemy in front of me now. Ah, I didn't catch that in time. Dang it. Dang it, alright. Give health. Give survival. Grab you guys, do a quick cast over here. That's one benefit of manual cast, I can do it quicker. You are my new source of health, thank you very much. Oh, who's shooting me where? Who's shooting me where? You there? You there? And it looks like if you tap to cast, you then can tap to recast to save yourself from doing the full cast. So that is a thing you can do as well. get a new Dread Mirror. And now I've got a new Dread Mirror. Let's charge this up. Flap. Oh, only 80k damage? Damn, I was hoping for more. I was hoping for more, but I suppose armor. Cool, we're all good. Hydrate? Sure. Ooh. You're kind of struggling with getting started. Well, if you're at MAR 22, you've certainly gone through a bunch of weapons. You may have forgotten where you are, but just kind of work your way through it bit by bit. I would say if you're just getting started, damage is probably going to be one of the biggest things. So check out my guide on top 10 tips for more damage. And following that, you can also look into how damage reduction works to improve your defense as well, to understand what you're putting together and how that actually helps you. But yeah. Oh yeah, yes, this is absolutely nice being able to heal up as Garuda and not feel like you're ruining yourself. Alright, now there is a hotfix, so we're going to have to dip out of the game for said hotfix to be able to actually do any more. So let's leave to the Orbiter. I'm going to switch this back over to the Chrome screen, because we're working our way through the wiki and patch notes and whatnot. Let me just close all that for a moment so I can install the update real quick. And where were we with the updates? Here we go. What are the changes for Garuda? There's a whole bunch of changes for Garuda. If you guys want to check out the patch notes alongside myself here, there's your link to the patch notes. It's got all the details, not just about Garuda, but the entire patch has come out today. It looks like it was a very small patch. Whatever's come after this, the hotfix, so that's good. Garuda fixes, Garuda Talon skins, skins, yeah. Fix previewing in the arsenal, okay. Left-hand Talon not using proper animations, okay. Visual effects, Dreadward visual effects, script error, okay, cool. Alright, cool. Once we get into the game again proper, we'll have a look at the next section, which you can see there on your screen. We're going to be looking next at the augment changes. Don't know if D talked much about what they were doing with these here, but yeah. What's my favourite flavour of tea? I like myself an English breakfast tea. Nice, simple black tea with a bit of milk in it. Be good. Alright then, so let's have a look here. Warframe augment buffs. As mentioned in the last dev stream, set out to buff a selection of augments that were underused according to their statistics. Our goal is to bring these augments up to speed and align them with our more popular augments. The buffs below are merely additions onto what already exists into the game. This won't be our only batch, so expect to see more augment changes in the future. When they say this won't be their only batch, you'll notice we start at Ash and we get down to Limbo. So there's definitely going to be more to come here. This is, as I can see, A to L. Starting off very strong, Ash's Smoke Shadow. Before, it would just conceal allies within 50 meters for 8 seconds. Now, it also gives you a critical hit chance buff whilst you're in stealth. Big old crit chance buff, the same that Zephyr gets for being in the air, your allies will get just for being hidden. So yeah, that can definitely help Ash be a little bit more of an assassin. Going full ninja with that one, and his allies of course, when you're using that augment. I like it. I like it. Crits just kind of work wherever, and if you're going for stealth, you want the high damage, so extra crits works on that side too. Oh, that's a good question, Mythic Spirit. Yeah, we'll see the answer on that from Tenno in a sec. Right then, Atlas with a Titanic Rumbler. Before, it was just creating a single Rumbler with 300% health and damage. Now, the Rumbler has 300% health, more damage, and 300% more range to hit multiple enemies with melee attacks. So the Titanic Rumbler actually becomes more capable. Could be interesting. Hello, Asta Rebel. I'm doing alright today. Hope you're doing well yourself. So yeah, we'll have to see how that kind of works out, but that sounds good. This one I've already read, and I am very, very happy about this, guys. Baruch Endless Lullaby. Before, it would re-trigger lull for the remaining duration when you did a finisher on a sleeping enemy. Now, it will trigger if you just kill an enemy directly. Not assist, but you kill them. It can only be triggered once per 3 seconds, but if you're doing this kind of thing, you're using enough duration anyway. So with that, you can actually use it for a greater variety of approaches, not just finishers. And that is a really good thing. I do like that. Because it put me off using it before on gun frames, because, well, just couldn't. Now it can. That's good. A great fall and a bit of sync. I have a challenge for you if you're up for it. What's the challenge? Depends on the challenge. We are looking through the patch notes at the moment, but I'll hear the challenge at the very least. You just checking on how's your augments? Oh, we're about to get there ourselves here. Excalibur, Furious Javelin. Before each enemy hit would increase damage by 10%. Now it's up to 15%. I mean, it's a buff. It's a 50% buff. I don't know how many people use that. I don't use Excalibur, so I really do not care for that, but fair enough then. Fair enough. Rainer was saying, reminder that Furious Javelin is a multiplicative multiplier to damage. True, there is that, yeah. So, basically, the buff from this just got 50% stronger. You can get quite a bit of melee damage out of that. So there is a thing there, yeah. And I'm like saying, I don't think the hotfix worked for me. Restarted the game, but nothing was even downloaded. I mean, it was a very small hotfix, Animatic. It might have downloaded quicker than you could even notice. Let's have a look, actually, real quickly at the hotfix. Do we have the hotfix note here? Oh, wow. It's so small, it's on the same page. Where's the hotfix? Hotfix. Fixed nasty crash related to wisp reservoirs. So that's why you may not have noticed an update on your hotfix. It is one thing. So, yeah, you might have actually just downloaded it too quickly to notice. Genuinely. Right then. Excalibur Surging Dash. So Excalibur getting 2 changes here with augments. Before, each enemy hit during the slash dash increased your melee counter by 4. Now it's got double. So, yeah, okay. Have we got a Noras mix? I don't think it's here just yet, Penguin. They're waiting to release it to all platforms simultaneously. Gara, Mending Splinters. This is a nice change here. For each target affected, it used to be 3 health per second. Now it's 15 health per second healing. 5 times higher. That's a huge change. And it takes it from being a joke of an augment, let's be honest now. 3 HP per second healing. Even if you cast it on 10 targets at once, 30 health per second for all of that casting is not a lot. Now it would be 15 per target. So each person can now be getting 150 health per second if you had 10 up at once. So if you were casting on, say, yourself, your 3 allies, if you were casting on the defense objective, you're casting on all 4 of your companions, and I guess if you throw down a Spectre, then you get to 10. It also counts if you put it onto enemies, so hurt an enemy, and you heal yourself even harder in the process. So that is a nice, rather significant change there. It gives you a healing option on Gara, and that to me is the best kind of augment, one that gives you something new to do. So like here, Ashes 1, this improves its critical capability. Titanic Rumbler gives you 1 supercharged Rumbler. Endless Lullaby, so now you've got chained lullabies going on. You've got Mending Splinters here, giving you a healing option, self-healing and ally healing. So that could be quite nice. I don't know if you can cast it on Necromex Rainuva. Something to check. Something to check. Garuda with Dread Ward. So this is for... Is it called Dread Ward? I thought Dread Ward was the ability. No, it's Dread Mirror. I can read it right there. Never mind. It's a Dread Ward, yeah. Become unkillable for 5 seconds was how it was before. Now it is 8 seconds and has visual feedback. Okay. Little bit of duration buff. Nothing huge, but a little bit. Warding Thurible. Allies will take a little bit less damage now, and you're also granted twice as much energy when people are hit whilst you're casting it. I've never personally felt like a need to use Warding Thurible, but I suppose it's a thing. For an augment slot, I feel like 50% less damage during the channeling of Thurible is a bit... It's a bit, but it can work. It can work, I suppose. Oh, we'll be getting to them, Penguin. Don't you worry, we'll be getting to those. Also for Harrow, Tribunal. Before, other players would proc half of the effects of Penance and Thurible. Now they proc 100% of the effects. That's nice. That's nice. So no longer using the augment, you go, well, if I'd have done it, it would have been better. Now it's full focus. If you're going for this augment, you are casting Condemn on the enemies, so your allies can do the work. So I do like that there. That is a nice change on that side, because it allows Harrow to really lean in to the playstyle that this is offering. Like this augment, it gives you damage reduction whilst casting it, but it doesn't really do anything amazing. This changes how you play with that set of abilities. That's, again, in my opinion, what an augment should do. It should give you something new to do, not just augment what already is. Chroma, Guided Effigy. Before, you could cast and hold to make your effigy move to your aim point, dealing 2000 damage per second to enemies in its path, and roaring on arrival. Now it has double the damage and restores energy for each enemy hits in its path. Okay. And it's improved the responsiveness. Fair enough. I've never really seen much of a use for Guided Effigy. I mean, 2000 damage per second scales pretty badly when it doesn't scale at all. But, I mean, Star Chart, that'll do a fair amount of damage. Now it's 4000 actually. The restoration of energy, though, that can come in nice for Chroma because, if I recall correctly, he doesn't really have a lot to help him in maintaining energy in the first place. So that could be nice. Rainy would say its path during travel is 12 meter wide. Oh, didn't know it was that wide. Okay, fair enough. That could be useful. That could be useful, yeah. Alright then, on to the Hydroid ones. For those of you who haven't quite noticed yet, Hydroid has 3 of them. First, Corroding Barrage. This goes on to his first ability, Tempest Barrage. Previously, each projectile has a 100% chance of inflicting a corrosive status effect. New, Tempest Barrage gains 100% ability strength. Why? I'm sorry, just why? Seriously, why? Is this the change to try and make it actually used more? Let me show you what they've changed here. As soon as Warframe remembers it's there. There it is on the screen. Let's bring up Hydroid, shall we? The actually least capable frame in the game at the moment. So this is the Tempest Barrage ability. You charge it up, you cast a rainstorm on an area, knocking down enemies. The charge time on it, you take quite a long time to charge it, and that increases the duration of the rainstorm. It also increases the damage of the rainstorm. But here's the thing, that damage is pathetic. Genuinely pathetic. I mean, here already, I have a high amount of ability strength from Blind Range and Intensify, looking at it previously, and this augment is adding on even more damage to it. So let me just scroll to the end just so I can not lose the augment when I deal with it. I know there's probably better ways, but whatever. So without the augment, the damage goes up to 687 per shot. So you're like, oh, 687 with these 2 mods on? Wow, that's almost as much as 1 pellet from my Comac. And then Corroding Barrage is like, yo, let me add another 100%, not multiplicative, just 100% to the strength. So this is effectively 329 on this one. Who's picking this for the strength? Who? Honestly. Now maybe it's because you actually normally want a no strength build. I don't know if you do, but let's have a look at Overextended. So with the 100% there, you're still getting the full status chance. I can't even check if the status chance would have gone down before, but it can't go above 100%. So I can't remember if that was strength modified or not, but I just don't see it. And you wouldn't normally want to go for such a build. You don't need the damage buff on this. Like, what is this doing that's new? We've seen Ash giving 150% crit chance buff. We've seen Baruch, who now has the ability to use any weapon, any style, to recast his lullaby, spreading it like a plague of sleep all around the area. We've seen Gara, who's gone from a little bit of healing to a lot of healing on an augment, fully enhancing the defensive ability. And then we have Hydroid here, who can deal some corrosive procs on a charge ability. Oh, and here's some extra damage. Am I missing something? Now, Tempest Barrage, it was already a bit near prior to the status rework quite a while ago now, when corrosive used to be stronger and corrosive used to be permanent. If you hit enemies with corrosive procs, they just lost their armor. It didn't come back. And even then, this was passable as an augmented ability. Nowadays, it's just bad. And I seriously have to wonder, what is this strength supposed to achieve? Tempest Barrage alone just Tempest Barrage gains 100% ability strength. Can anyone tell me why? I would love to see something that I am missing here. Someone please tell me. What is it doing? Has it a stronger armor strip now? No, it's still status chance 100%. Like, if I go back to that high amount of strength, this ability has 299% strength on it. The damage goes up, status chance 100%. Free corrosive, it's not free, you have to cast the ability and using up an augment slot. And what is the strength doing? It already had the corrosive penguin. It already had the corrosive. Corrosive can double damage. A Grateful Abyss, not quite how corrosive works, but I mean, you're along the right lines. But that doesn't address why the 100% strength. Because all that does is it affects the damage of Tempest Barrage, and no one is picking Tempest Barrage for the damage. No one. If you are picking it for the damage, you literally do not know what damage is in this game. So, I don't see it. I don't see why that needs to be there. That damage is atrocious as far as damaging abilities go. It really is. Okay, it rains down an aerial, hits them multiple times over. But bugger all. And if you're using corrosive, you're against armored enemies, you're going to take even less damage again. I don't see it. I don't see why this one needed strength. It could have had range to increase the area. It could have had duration. It could have had no charge time. Imagine that for an augment. Tempest Barrage no longer has a charge time. You just cast it full power. That would be nice. It's an entire mod that got added for free. Rainuva. You're saying it's an entire mod that got added for free, as in blind range without the negative. But here's the thing. You are not equipping blind range to deal damage with Tempest Barrage. Because again, you don't need the damage on it. It's not a damage ability. It happens to have damage. It's not a damage ability. So that's not for free. It's just chucked in there. That's like buffing up the Foreman by giving it a longer barrel. Who cares? Who genuinely bloody cares? Rainuva, no, that's... Okay, you did this last stream as well. I want to address something with you, Rainuva, and this goes out to everyone who feels the need to defend something just for the sake of playing devil's advocate. We're discussing practical. I literally run a channel all about the practical. If your entire response can come up to, well, it gives you the same buff as Blind Rage... Who fucking cares? It's not an ability that wants Blind Rage. I'm going into a Blind Rage trying to think about it. Look at the practical. Don't defend for the hell of defending. Don't defend for the hell of defending, because all you do is you clog up the noise. You force people like myself to spend more time going, why the fuck are you even talking about that, dude? Why are you wasting your own thought and everyone else's saying, well, it gives it more damage, I told you why. Like, no, we're looking for the reason anyone cares about the change, not just tell me the change again. I can see the change. Tell me something different if it exists, and it doesn't. This is stupid. Alright. I'm glad we got that cleared up. And if we haven't got it cleared up, right over. Quickly clear it up. Devil's Advocate. It's called Devil's Advocate because you are advocating for the devil. There is no point advocating for the devil. No one looks at the devil and goes, hey, here's a guy who needs an advocate. This is not a good change. This is a buff that no one cares about. At this point, give it full armor strip. Yeah, imagine that if it was instead of a corrosive status effect, or in addition, it was also an armor strip, or if it was an instant cast, anything that could just buff it. You know? Maybe it knocks down enemies and keeps them down, doubles the time that they're down. They're slipping on the rainwater or something, I don't know. I wouldn't say that, Jackass, no. I wouldn't say buffs for useless abilities are still useless, because it depends on the buff. If the buff makes it useful, ta-da! That's why you look at the buff. I mean, if you want to leave, Jesse, that's entirely on to you. That's entirely on to you. We're talking about changes. They're going to be positive, they're going to be negative. If you want to leave just because you heard me saying, oh, this is a bad mod, then alright, fine. Have a good life. Bye. On to Hydroid Curative Undertow. Previously, The allies can stand in the pool, you regain some health, and then it increases the energy drain on Hydroid. Which always seems a little bit harsh. It's like, oh, look at this, you've got a new function, it's going to cost you more. So the energy drain has been removed. That's a good change. And the augment has also been updated to show that it also healed Hydroid. It always did, but now it shows that. I don't know why it only heals Hydroid 10% health per second, whereas allies get 30% every 1.5. Or 10% per tick versus 30. I don't know why Hydroid gets 3 times less healing for its own ability. But go figure. It's a thing. It's a thing. At the very least, the energy drain is gone, so that is nice. Anik, if I ever appear to be roasting a viewer, they have either asked for it or really should think about what they're typing. I'm not the kind of person who'll go off on someone for nothing. Again, I'm not here to cause drama, I'm here to solve practical problems. And if someone comes in and wants to create an impractical problem, they can get to fuck. If someone's just misguided, then yeah, we'll realign it. But if someone wants to play literal devil's advocate, then I got words to say. Because I ain't got time for it. Alright, Hydroid, Tidal Impunity. Previously, it was just clearing status effects, granting 12 seconds of status immunity for him and his allies. And what they've done is they've also reduced the cost of casting it. Okay. I mean, okay. Sure, it's cheaper. Cool, you can spam it a bit more. That's a thing. Can't really say much more about that one. It's just a bit of free efficiency, but a bit. Several days later, save for the curative undertow, I think it's because he's not in the line of fire, so less healing needed. On the one hand, yes. On the other hand, if you're using this to heal up yourself, I would rather be able to drop down for, say, 4.5 seconds, get 90% of my health back, rather than 4.5 seconds and I've only got 30% of my health back. And that's quite a long time to do the healing, because during that time, you're not in the line of fire, but you also lose access to all of your weapons. You just have the ability to drown enemies by pulling them in. So, still being on the slow side on stealth healing, on a frame that isn't exactly overburdened with defense abilities, that's a bit That's a bit to be quite honest with you. His crowd control is in his Tempest Barrage, and it's not huge. And in his Tidal Wave, which is again not huge. And in his fourth ability, which is again good, but also limited, it's not huge. So yeah. I would like to see that be 30% to match him with allies. But otherwise, at least the energy drain going away, that's nice. And this one, it gets cheaper. Status immunity, 12 seconds of it no less for you and your allies. And now it's a bit cheaper. Fair enough. True, Raptor, true, yes. Hydroid's base kit needs a lot of love already. I think as the way someone put it on Reddit, and I agree, if the base ability itself is already an issue, then the fix shouldn't be an augment. I do agree with that. Augments should give you something new for the kit, not fix what was already broken on the original kit. So, yeah, you're very right there, Raptor. Alright, in Noras, Desiccation's Curse. Before, if you're killing a blinded enemy with a finisher, it was a 75% chance of giving you a Sand Shadow. Now, it's just guaranteed. And the Sand Shadows deal double damage. I don't remember how much damage they dealt at all to begin with, so I'm not sure how much that really matters. But at least it's no longer just, oh, you tried, well, screw you anyway. Because again, having an augment or any mod which decides, nah, I know that you've invested in this, but we're just not going to give it to you, I'm glad that's not a thing now. That makes more sense. I have to say, it's like pizza. If the cheese pie is bad, it doesn't matter how many toppings you put on it. I get you. Noras Elemental Sandstorm. Again, just like with this one, the chance basis, it's gone from 50% chance of a status effect to 100% chance, and it has a bit more range. Now this makes more sense. This makes a lot more sense. Sandstorm receives a 50% increase to range. Elemental Sandstorm, you are applying status effects to a wide area. You're swinging it around yourself throwing it up everywhere, you're caring about the range to which you apply the status effects. So, the augment gives you more range, as opposed to the ability where no one cares about the damage, giving it more damage, because no one cares about the damage. Bit of a disconnect there. This could have had 50% range, just like that. It could have had 100% range, it still would have been amazing. But yeah, at least this one makes more sense as a stat buff. Limbo's Rift Haven. Now this I'd like to do some testing with, because allies banished to the Rift will have 25% of their maximum health restored every second. Ooh. Now that is wonderful. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's still wonderful. Great follow bit saying, name the 3 most powerful frames. If you get 1 correct, I follow for 3 months. 2 correct, I follow for a year. 3, I follow permanently. Is that your challenge? Hold on, let me just check here. Hold on, did I miss some early messages from yourself? Is this your challenge? I missed your... Yeah, this is your challenge. I missed it from earlier. Okay, so this is your challenge. Your difficult challenge you have for me is to say, name the 3 most powerful frames in order for you to follow me. You know what? I'm actually just going to pass. I'm actually just going to pass because, again, we're a practical channel here. We talk about the practical capabilities of frames and weapons in this game. To just call 3 frames as the most powerful, it's not how we roll here. So follow if you want to learn something. Take your follow elsewhere if you want to give someone else some challenges about naming frames in some kind of arbitrary tier list. Not how it works. Also, we all know that Lavos is the most powerful, so deal with it. Alright then. That is the augments. That's the augment changes. So the Ash one, great. Titanic Rumbler, it's an improvement. I don't know how much good it is in the first place because I've not used it, but it's an improvement. Endless Lullaby, massive improvement. I like it. Furious Javelin, it's a sizable buff. Surging Dash, it's a buff. Mending Splinters, that's a great buff. Dread Ward, okay, it's a bit of a buff, sure. Warning Throwable, buff stats, but I don't really see the use case of the augment all that much, to be honest. Tribunal, nice buff, makes it more reliable, more worthwhile using. Guided Effigy, requires some testing, but seems like it could be nice. Corroding Barrage, just why? Curative Undertow, nice change. Shame about the other stat. Silent Impunity, fair enough. Desiccation's Curse, okay, cool, quality life fix. Elemental Sandstorm, quality life, basically just double the status effects, and also a range buff. That's a nice augment. It's not amazing, but it's nice. And Limbo Rift Haven, pretty spicy. It's not a huge thing overall because it's a pretty niche thing, but it's pretty spicy, to be honest there. That can come in nicely. I can imagine this could come in handy in arbitrations because you can subsume this, by the way. In case any of you aren't aware of that, you can subsume Banish onto frames and use Rift Haven on it. So you can use this to take any frame and use them as a way to heal up yourself. Sorry, not yourself, your allies or your companions. You can use it to heal the defense operative in arbitrations. You just pop them into the Rift, pop, and now in 4 seconds they're full health. Sooner if you've got higher strength. So that can actually be pretty nice. That can be pretty nice. Or you can piss off your allies. That might happen too. So, yeah. Alright then. That is the augments. Let's have a look at what else have we got on. There are some new rooms in the dojo. I'll leave that to the Tenno who focus on dojos and decorations. I'll be honest, I'm not the right person to ask on that side of stuff. I can't really judge and look into that. I actually barely know how the dojo really works. As it was put together by someone else in my clan once, or a few other people in the clan, so I'll leave that to them. They're the experts there. I don't need to try and do everything. Additions, couple new decorations. I'm not an interior designer. I can't really weigh in on that one. Changes. Reduces Chroma's effigy radial knockback intensity. It'll still send out enemies flying, but no longer to the moon. Aww. I thought we liked Yeet Power. Explosive bounce will now knock down enemies. If they're within 0 to 2 meters, they'll be knocked down by the blast. 2 to 6 heavy stagger. 6 to 10, they'll suffer a light stagger and take 800 damage. And for the large barrels, it goes further and does more damage. Okay. So apparently this... Oh yeah, that was the thing because it was a blast proc before, but it stopped being a thing with the status rework back in 2017. So yeah, they brought back the knockdown. 2 meters is a very small range, but it's still something tactical you can use just to mess up the enemies a bit more, I guess. And then just Plains of Eidolon, a bounty being a little bit nicer. Yeah, that's a thing. Tidal Surge changes. Okay, we're not done on the whole Hydroid stuff. Fair enough, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what we got here. Oh, so what I say, hey, singing. Wonder, does the ability that makes your weapons do void damage allow you to damage the Eidolon shields with weapons? No, it doesn't, sorry. It doesn't. Nope, the Eidolons are immune to void damage from the ability, but not immune to void damage from the operator. Because reasons, yeah. Archie, you've missed plenty, but it'll be on the replay. It'll be on the replay. So, Tidal Surge changes. Tidal Surge can now be cancelled early by jumping, like with Vile Rush. Okay, that can be useful. Reduce the cost of second Tidal Surge cast by 50% whilst you're in the Surge. Okay, that gives you an incentive to chain it. Recasting the ability to change directions will now do so seamlessly. Cool, so it looks a little bit less weird. And spamming Hydroid Tidal Surge, causing wave effects to stick to Hydroid permanently is gone. Okay, so just a fix for a bug by the sounds of it. Let's have a look at some Hydroid gameplay, shall we? Let's see how this feels with some changes in action. So I'm talking a load of shit for him, but let's have a look. Let's have a look. Go to build I've had for ages with the Curative Undertow. Let's swap this out for Corroding Barrage. Let's swap it out. Let's give it a try, you know? Let's see how usable this is. I'm definitely going to want to run Natural Talent because Jesus Christ, charge mechanic does my nut in. So let's do that. We'll swap out Rolling Guard, keep Adaptation. Yeah, that seems reasonable to me. That seems reasonable to me. I've got Energized and I've got Grace. Yeah, we'll rock with this. Got a lot of capacity spare. I've got a lot of capacity spare at that point. What could I do here? What I could do is I can unlock this, pop that into there, and then we can put something for 12 on. What do we want? Or can I... Yeah, yes, I can fit Prime Continuity. There we go. We'll rock with that. We'll rock with that, because that improves the duration of various abilities. We'll see how it feels. Mr. Burdett got a former from today's sortie. Ah, fair do. I got an excellent adapter. We just used it. Fed Hydroida Tomato. Let's see how it feels. And you know what? I'm gonna build ballsy. Let's take this over to Steel Path. Let's go to... Where do I want to take him? Sortie, yeah. Let's take him to a water tile set. Warframe, water location should be good, right? Practically a buff.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
So let's crack this through. Let's get the foreman actually up to scale by getting a few kills in. So we can quick cast, it does cast on the area, we get those corrosive procs going. Oh, okay, hello. You see, we do get some crowd control going. But the thing is, we're caring about the crowd control, aren't we? We're not really caring about... Oh, look at this, it's dealing that a little bit extra damage. Look at the damage it's dealing, actually. With all those corrosive procs on it, it's dealing 47 damage a hit. Meanwhile, I can hit this guy for thousands and he doesn't die straight away. So what is 47 damage? What is 47 damage really going to do for us? Let's be honest now. I mean, I think my Sentinel has done most of that damage there. I want to stand back so my Sentinel... Stop! Sentinel! Please! We just want to see how pathetic this damage is. Look at this. Look at that. I'm chucking him around, but no one cares about the strength on it. Because it does nothing. you. Alright, so let's just send that person to a Shadow Realm and let's give this a try. So at least we can spam this, you know, that's a thing. It's a little bit hard to control, not gonna lie. But I can just spend a load of energy on that, that's a thing. But, yeah. I really do find myself looking at the corroding barrage change going, but why? What benefit have we gained from this? And the answer is none really. Oh, hello. Oh, God, he's in my face. I might die here. Depends where the missiles are. No, I'm okay. Man, I sure could have done with bringing, what do you call it? Curative Undertow now. That would have been nice, yeah. Rather than corroding barrage, just to have that do nothing. It gives us corrosive procs, but the best way of dealing with these guys, as I've already proven before now, is actually slash viral anyway. If you're dealing with armor at this tier, corrosive procs just aren't cutting it. And a whole augment just to get corrosive procs for damage amplification on status overload, well, that's just not worth it. That is just not worth it. Right, at that point, you might as well bring an entirely different ability, even on Hydroid. We've still got the crowd control, the mild crowd control. We'll knock the enemies around a bit, get them down on the ground, so they're no longer such a threat. But yeah, yeah. Corroding barrage, just it's not a buff. It's change that happens to be considered a buff potentially, but it's not actually a buff. I think I've fully proven that at this point. But we still got the crowd control aspect, so that's okay. It can still bully the enemies a bit. Alright, let's get this mission wrapped up, and then we'll have a look at the rest of everything that's going on. The one area where these corrosive procs may come in handy for me is when the Acolyte shows up, because we can't hit them with viral procs. But even then, it won't buff up my slash damage. So, that's the thing. You play with Panzerful Profiler, so you can use corrosive and viral. I mean, fair enough, but you won't be using the viral from... sorry, you won't be using corrosive from corrosive barrage. That's just a fact. Alright, let's try this. Oh, nope, he's jumped onto me. So we got 4 corrosive procs on him, because that is the limit you can achieve on this guy. And yeah, there we go. Well, we did some damage to him. Can't really say how much the corrosive really helped us there, let's be honest. Let's get some knockdowns so I can safely enter into the area. I have basically no tank. At least you can still, you know, grab enemies and pull them into a puddle. Fully try drowning them, that's a thing you can do. I have 8 enemies in my puddle at once, and it's sapping my energy. So for those of you unaware, this actually kills them with true damage over time. So they do actually die from this. Genuinely can kill things. It's just exceedingly slow at it. And also I just can't interact with stuff at the same time. Get in here. You can see the damage ticks popping up. We're getting a few thousands of damage, true damage popping in. But like, we're all still alive. It takes forever for it to do something. It takes so long for it to achieve something. I'm just going to cypher that. Here's a more powerful defensive ability. How about I just go invisible because, hey, Parazons. They're a thing. Yeah, Hydroid is in a bad spot. Hydroid is part D&G gelatinous cube. That's not a bad description, yeah. Ominously dangerous, if you have no idea what's happening, but you can, even if you don't really see him coming, he's not really that much of a threat all told. He can be a bit corrosive, but
Well done.
any enemy that can actually move around probably shouldn't be worried. There are various things they could do with corroding barrage, but the strength buff was not what it needed. The strength buff is, it's not a buff. We can see there with Hydroid, his defense is crowd control, and you don't give a strength buff to crowd control. It doesn't need it. Alright, I've said the same thing 20 times over. Let's focus on something else now. Let's have a look at what else the patch has to give us here. So, they made some optimizations. We don't really care about these. They're just things. If it helps your game, hooray. Fixes. Fix the innate damage bonus of Kuva and Tenet projectile weapons not applying to the bonus damage from galvanized aptitude. Well, maybe they've sorted it. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. Requiem ultimatums were not being added to your inventory. That's an oof. That's been fixed. Anything in here of particular interest? This one is a big one. Fixed Revenant Thralls, breaking spawns, and exterminate missions. Now what's crazy is I thought this had already been fixed, because I went to test this on stream a few months ago, and that's gone. Yeah, Lamona, someone gifted out a whole bunch of subs on the last stream. That someone being Quintus. He gifted out a load, and I believe you were one of them, yeah. It should say in your messages who gifted it to you. I think it was Quintus. But yeah, I thought this had all been fixed. At least now it is supposedly extra fully fixed. That's a thing. Zaku still breaks them? Of course Zaku does. Zaku's broken Warframe. At that point, I suppose that's a bug they can just technically allow and say it's part of the lore. Snake Raider saying, I ran out of giveaway plat before I could buy form for my Brahma. Oof. Well, I mean, there's another giveaway happening today. You never know. You might get in on it. Maybe. Nearest set bonus fixed. Applying to normal melee damage instead of just slam attacks. Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't want to bring it up because, you know, I don't want to encourage bug abuse certainly on that level. But, yeah. Oh dear. Let's see. We got anything actually interesting in here? Fixed range enemies being disarmed, losing their melee on recast. How did that even happen? Elemental Sandstorm mod, not using damage type from Kuban Tenet weapons. Oh, funky. Fixed cases where Lotus were replaced in messages by spoiler character. Okay. Umbra issue. Railjack mission. Bop. I think we're through all the really interesting stuff here, guys. Yeah, I think we are through pretty much all of the super crucial stuff. Yeah, that's it. Alright. Spartan God saying, hey Ken, I love Amnesia, but I want some more all-round damage. Should I subsume Raw or Eclipse? That's a bit of a toughie. That's a bit of a toughie. It depends on if you want to give Eclipse the time of day for such a janky ability or not. Depends on if you want to give it the time of day. I probably should explain what I mean by that. Let me just switch my screens around here a second. Let me explain exactly what I mean by that. So, let's have a look at what those two abilities actually seem to offer you. So, if you have a look at Eclipse here, it seems to promise you the world. It offers you a damage increase of 150% when you're in light, or a damage reduction of 75%, incoming of course, not to yourself, when you're in darkness. You're like, hey, what's that? So I can choose to get a damage bonus or a defense bonus, just at will? Oh man, that's amazing. Not quite the truth. Not quite the truth. You see, what happens is that the game doesn't really handle light and dark very well in the first place, so you don't actually have total control over it. How often is there a patch day? When they do a patch, Pokey. Just when they do a patch. The second thing with this is that the buffs aren't fixed. If you see on the UI that you have the damage bonus, and it shows you that lovely 150% modified by your strength, maybe to be even higher, you're not actually getting that damage bonus. you're not actually getting it. Let me bring this to a simulacrum. Simulacrum has an amazing way of us demonstrating this. Let's head on over there. Let's just grab ourselves Mirage, who it comes from. We'll grab my basic one. Why not? She doesn't see enough love. Mostly because she's ugly. But we'll forgive her for that for now. Let's grab my Lex. And that'll do. We're just grabbing this for demonstration purposes. Let's grab it unmodded for minimum damage. Just so we can really see the level this goes to. Yeah, we'll just go down as this. This will explain why I typically go for Raw. Raw doesn't just offer you the base damage buff that it shows, it's actually a faction damage modifier. So if you use status damage to kill enemies, it's even better than the ability would state. And otherwise, it's just overall an amazing buff to anything just dealing damage wise. It also applies to abilities. But yeah, let's bring in some enemies. Let's just grab you guys. There we go. Don't need them attacking or anything. So, starting off our base damage. Let's... Damn it, Sentinel. Every time. Every time I forget that my Sentinel can kill stuff. Let's just get rid of that. Thank you. It can be, Nanak. It can be. I still prefer Raw just overall, but yeah, Zarda's Whisper can do a lot as well. So, our Lex unmodded. We're getting 39 damage in the arm here. Very little damage, but it at least means that we can keep testing because I'm not going to accidentally kill the guy. 39 damage, or 79 on a crit. Pretty easy to understand, right? So, let's bring out Eclipse. Now, where's my Shadow Witness? Oh yeah. So, we get Shadow here. So Shadow, I've got the defensive buff. So again, it's still 39 damage, okay? Let's step into the light. Light begins here. You can see I've changed. My UI shows a 506% damage buff. I've got no mods on, so this isn't going to be stacking weirdly with anything. Just 506% it claims. Our 39 damage becomes 47. 47. Up from 39. That is not 500%. But that's not all. Now let's step a little bit down the ramp. Can we not crit, please? 40 damage. Hold on. Okay, let's step over here. Now how much is it? No crits, please. Come on. Now we got 52 damage. Okay, let's recast it and go all the way over here. How much is it here? Now it's 90 damage. What? Okay, let me stand here then. 112 damage. So the amount of light affects the amount of the bonus, but the UI never tells you how much you've got. The UI never actually tells you how much you've got. What happens if you turn off dynamic lighting in the settings? Let me have a look there. Let me have a look. Why not? I'm going to be talking about this. Let's check that as well. Dynamic lighting. Let's turn you off. Okay. So we knew that up around here, when we just about got the buff, it only went up a little bit. 54. 46. Not crit, please. 49. Go all the way back here. Recast the buff. 100. Which is still very definitely not a 500% multiplier to my damage. Not crit, please. 131. It's all over the goddamn shop. And this isn't a matter of range causing this, you know? Now, if I just reset myself there, it's not range causing a damage increase, because even back here, we still get the 39. Or we still get the 39. Or we still get crit, 39. So it wasn't range doing it, and it wasn't the light setting, it's just the amount of light actually around you. It's just the amount of light actually going on. Now, you can change a different part of how lighting works in a very weird way. If I just... Is this a broken build? This isn't a broken build, is it? I can break... Oh, fuck it. I don't care. I genuinely don't care. What's Templar? Now, if I grab Prism Guard here, this is going to get funky. This is going to get funky real quickly. If I remember correctly. Okay. So Prism Guard, it keeps the prism above my head. So, just to recap again. If I deal damage normally, 39. Yep, good, that's still working. If I activate this buff here, my damage is now 45. Now let's cast this. Still 45. Ah, did they change that? God dang it. Alright, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I think they changed that. I thought that gave you maximum light before, but now it doesn't even seem to be doing that. Yeah, I got no idea then. It's just the light levels, and we don't seem to have even that much control over it. That's great. No self-synergy there anymore. I swear there used to be. But yeah, now this goes both ways, guys. This goes both ways, because you see, we switch from light to dark, but as we've seen, stepping into the light, it switches over to the light buff, but it doesn't give us the full buff. So, to be very clear then, if you step into a bit of darkness, do you think you've actually got a 95% damage reduction? No. No, we're not going to have a full 95% damage reduction, no. It's not going to give you that. So, yeah. Eclipse is a horrible buff. I would... is it better to use Raw Mirage? Given that Raw is debuffed and Mirage is Eclipse isn't debuffed on Mirage, I would stick to keeping that on her and just use another ability on whatever you're not using as part of a kit. But it is one hell of a broken buff. It can be amazing, but it can also be pretty damn terrible. Ripanda say, if you haven't done so already, would you please show the invigorations for a week? Yeah, I can do that for you. So as well, also asking, is Nightwave up yet? Not yet, last I checked, no. But yeah, I seriously dislike Mirage's ability. The whole basing it on light and then having it variable, it's just... Why? Why have it variable and then not have the UI tell us this, but it's still all over the goddamn shop? Why? Just make it one or the other. Full light or full dark. Just give us the ability. But yeah. We don't have such freedom. Says Ron. Cheers. So yeah, if you're not using Mirage, I would recommend Raw over Mirage's Eclipse. If you are using Mirage, use your Subsume ability or Subsume option for something else entirely. Just stick with her damage ability. As much as it is all over the place, it is still stronger on Mirage than it is on other frames. Which ability should you sub out? Well, for what? For what, Spartan God? Remind me, you were doing that to Neja, right? I think you said Neja. Let me scroll up. Yeah, you said Neja. Which one to replace on Neja from Raw? Now that is an interesting question. That is an interesting question. On his abilities here, Warning Halo, you absolutely are not getting rid of. That is your defensive ability. It does not go anywhere. Firewalker, it's alright. Honestly, you don't need the speed, and you've got the status immunity on Warning Halo, so it's not crucial. Divine Spears makes for some good crowd control, but also is not crucial. And Blazing Chakram increases the damage you deal to enemies which are affected by it, which, if you're going for damage bonus, you probably want to keep that for more damage bonus. So if you're going to swap out anything, either Divine Spears if you don't need the crowd control, or Firewalker if you do need the crowd control. That would be your decision on how you choose between these two to swap out. But if you're adding in damage, getting rid of the ability that adds in damage would be silly. Honestly speaking, it would be a bit silly, because you can still just use this to add damage to the damage buff from Raw as well. So, yeah. That's where we're at on that one. Alright, let's have a look at those invigorations then, as Red Panda wanted to have a quick peek at those. Let's see what we got this week. We have got...
Oh, this would enjoy purging this.
Well, isn't that a nice well-timed buff to have available? Invigoration for Garuda. 200% secondary critical chance. You really eat your art out. 1,000 armor? That does sound a little bit spicy, doesn't it? I've also got an option for Protea for ability range and parkour velocity. Nice, I've got a Yeet Protea. And then for Necros, we have the option of 200% melee critical chance and bonus sprint speed. Ooh. Oh, these are all actually pretty nice. Melee critical chance is just nice. Sprint speed, that works well with melee because now you're getting into position a bit faster. Range on Protea is actually pretty nice. Parkour velocity, oh, I love a bit of a yeet, I do. But then Garuda just getting all the love. Ah, that's nice. There you are, Red Panda. That's what we're looking at there. That is what we're looking at there. When is Garuda Prime coming out? I think it was a couple weeks, was it? I think it's in a couple weeks. Are Blazing Chakra and Raw multiplicative? I haven't tested them to know for certain, but I would say yes, Raptor. I would say yes. Alright, well, we've gone through all the patch details there, guys. We've gone all through the bits and pieces, the things that have changed. The only thing I've not really gone over so much is we've gone over Garuda's changes, but not really made builds for it. That I'm going to be testing much more comprehensively to give you guys a actual video on. I do intend to do a Garuda video closer to her prime release, and don't you worry about that. Nightwave's still not here yet, so hold on it, guys. I don't know when the Nightwave is going to be turned on, basically. I don't know when Nora's going to start broadcasting. So, yeah, it is supposed to be today. D wants it to go live at the same time on all platforms. I imagine they might have some kind of issue or something in the background. It's probably stopped them from doing it straight away. But otherwise, it's going to go live as and when. I haven't seen any notification from DE saying exactly when, so just keep checking on it. It's not like it's going to be there for 5 minutes, guys. It's going to be there for months. So, chill. It'll be there. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. You don't even have Garuda, but she's your favourite frame? That's an interesting one, but okay, fair enough. Fair enough. PlayStation have some problems with the update. Okay, so that could be related to it there. That could be related. So they don't want to be pushing and re-pushing out to platforms if they can avoid it. But, yeah. Alright, guys. We've had a look through the patches. We've gone through all the bits and pieces there. And, question is, we've still got a good, over half an hour. We've got, what, 40 minutes on the stream? I've still got that time to share with you guys here. So, I open up to you guys. What do you want to have a look at? What do you want to have a look at? Do we want to have a look at some Garuda action on the Steel Path? Do you want to have a look at some, I don't know, messing around with syndicates? I haven't leveled up syndicates in a long time. Do we want to try out some of the other augments? Do we want to try out the Ash one? What if Nidus had shield? Then he wouldn't be Nidus. Part of the whole shtick for him is the has no shield. Use Baruch. Oh, did we have a request for that, or was someone just asking for it? Because we've done the Vault one. Oh yeah, we have the Baruch request from Flyer. Yep, 15 minutes ago. There we are. In fact, I know exactly where I want to take him. I know exactly where we're taking Baruch, and exactly why. Let's do this. I said I am very happy about the augment change. Let's utilize it straight away. And I apparently do not have a build that uses it. What is wrong with me? Okay, well, I thought this one would have. Alright, well, whatever. We'll figure it out. We don't need that there. Let's put up... Do I want shields on this guy? Yeah, shields will do. It's fine. It's fine. Endless Lullaby. Bam. Who is he and what's he do? So he does a variety of things. He does a variety of things. Alright, you take care, Raptor. The thing we're going to be focusing here on this particular build is this ability here, Lull. A calming wave slows enemies until they fall into a slumber. Enemies woken by damage will be confused and disorientated. Short-term amnesia means that all waking enemies forget anything that happened before the lull. So basically this resets their alert level as well. They could have been absolutely on the ball, alarms blaring around them like, you are a bad guy, we know, you're terror, let's get him. You put them to sleep, turn off the alarms, they wake up, they're like, cool, yeah, so what's for lunch today? They just completely forget. Which means it is actually useful in stealth. It is slow to take effect, unlike, say, with Equinox or Ivara. It is a slower ability in that regard. but it has a wide-reaching area. You look at the radius on this, 65-meter radius for 31 seconds, and Endless Lullaby can just recast it. And now it's recasted on killing an enemy or performing a finisher, not just a finisher. So that should be good. I'm going to swap out Arcane Acceleration for Arcane Consequence, because I like a little bit of yeet. Let's move it around a little bit more. Looking at the rest of the mods that I've got here, I've got room to upgrade these a little bit. So let's give you that buff, thank you very much. And let's give you that buff, thank you very much. That should do us just fine, I think. Oh, actually, no, wait. I just buffed those, and now I need to back down again to... We don't need that much energy, I'll just get normal flow, whatever. We don't need that much energy, it's no forward. Just deal with it. Corrosive projection isn't necessary here, so do I have something better, or am I happy with this? Actually, no, enemy radar would be good. Get that little bit more information going. Alright, let's do this. And I'll bring the Observe to help out if I need it. I probably won't. I probably won't. Carrier... We'll leave Carrier defanged for now, I think. Actually, no. Let's Fang Carrier. Cold Gas... Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll leave on Cold Gas. Give me some other statuses to work with. And for damage type here, Radiation... Oh, that's good. That's good. That's what I want. Alright, I'll demonstrate this for you guys. Snake Raider saying, what nodes are good for farming Steel Essence towards the start of Steel Path? Towards the start? I mean, are we calling Ceres towards the start, Snake Raider? Because Draker here is amazing. It's Grenier, so you got no nullifiers. You can't exactly fall out of the map. It's survival, so you can just keep going. And no Nox spawn. That is a great thing for survival, because Nox can be a bit of a pain to deal with at the wrong time. So I would say that is a good idea. Junk Giant, I say, are you a supporter of the Lampshade Baruch movement? Never heard of it, so I just don't know what that is. Yeah, Snake Raider, I can seriously recommend this one. It's worth getting over to that node. It's not too far to go. You go from Earth, through Mars, Ceres, you're there. It's a pretty quick journey, you know? I'd recommend that. Gyotsuki... sorry, Gyokutsu? I'm going with that as the name. I'm going to call you Gyo now. How to get started on Steel Path. The enemies were way too high, couldn't kill even one. Gyo, have you mastered the Sortie and Arbitration level yet? Have you handled these? Because these are a kind of a mid-tier. These are higher than Star Chart, but lower than Steel Path. Make sure you're actually handling that tier. Because by handling that tier, you'll also pick up Vitus Essence, which you can use to purchase Galvanized mods, which will make you even more effective on this tier. So yeah, if you haven't mastered those, get good at that level first, and that will help prepare you for this level. Seriously. I say only 60 to 80, I thought Steel Path was plus 100. I'm not sure what you're referring to there, mate. Not sure what you're referring to there. And 60 to 80, I ain't seeing... What you're seeing there is the Sortie. Sorry, Arbitration, yeah. You've seen the Arbitration. The Steel Path is 112. Yeah. That's what you're seeing there, my dude. Sacred is saying, mean more Earth, Mars? I mean, come on, dude. If you're already on Mars, it's not that far. Look at this. You've got to Mars, you got 1, 2, 3 missions, you're on Ceres. Snake Raider, you can get to Ceres. It's right there, my dude. Don't be lazy. 3 missions, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're on Draco. You're fine. You can do that. You can do that. That's no skin off the back at all. You got it. Alright, let's do a Baruch demonstration now. I want to head on over to Adaro, which is not level 42, it's 132. Let's do this. Got to clear Phobos first? Don't think you have, Evie, no. Steel Path. It's Steel Path we're talking about, Evie. Otherwise I'd have to talk about Mercury and Venus as well. What are Steel Path junctions like? Oh, easy if you've got Ash. Easy peasy if you've got Ash. If. Alright, let's do this. Hi! Oh, you're all angry at me, aren't you? Yeah, let's put you all to sleep now. Oh shit, okay, they didn't all get the message. They didn't all get the message! Shit. I thought I caught the room. Yeah, okay, I messed up. I messed up. Do you have to do the challenges again? No, you don't. Alright, so let's do this correctly now, because I thought I got the room, but apparently I did not. You can see that slow to apply aspect really being a pain there. Oh, fuck off. I'm trying to do something. I really wish I could control if that lich turned up. I really wish I could control if that lich turned up. They get in the way so many times. I slip up once and like, oh, hello. Fuck off. I'm busy. I'm doing something. I'm trying to demonstrate for people. I don't want a lich up in my face throwing a Tonkor around like it's going out of style. Come on, game. Give me some choices here. Alright then. Where was I?
Their rage is vehement, their focus impressive.
But yeah, Lullaby definitely has line of sight and it is slow to enact. So do be sensible about that. And maybe also actually use your defences, although I don't have much in the way of that at the moment. There we are. Now we're getting the kills and I'm getting my gun actually stacked up. This is going to start stacking it so that it recasts it. And the recast means that obviously I'm able to now put more enemies to sleep. The same ability cast. Should have them sitting down, please, but it seems they don't want to right now, which is a bit annoying. Let's turn off that alarm as well, because that's going to make every enemy just react even quicker than I want them to. This is going to make me invisible for a moment, but that's not part of the rig normally. Can I click that, please? There we go. How do you get Ash Prime? You buy it from someone else. You already got it. That's how you get him. You buy him. He is not currently available to earn just naturally in game, so either you buy the relics from someone who got the relics, or you buy him just unlocked from said relics. Is a headshot a finisher? It is not, no. This is part of the change to the augment. Now any kill triggers it. You can see he just got hit with it again, although I'm just going to kill him. Oh, I know how to aim. I definitely know how to aim. You see that reapplication onto the power fist, but you also see what I mean about it being slow. Now he's down. It takes a while for it to come into effect. Like, he still managed to get that full slam attack off, even with the cold procs, before the slow hit him, with the sleep hit him. Excuse me. And this is also the reason I've used radiation, is because those elite lancers are the most common unit. And so I'm going to make sure that they die easily. Radiation just carves through them. Even when I forget to zoom in. I don't have Lullaby here. Let's cast that, get them all shreepy. Yeah. It's good. It's not the greatest in terms of sleep abilities, I'll be quite honest with you. It is not the greatest. I don't really use it much because it is slow and requires line of sight and all the bits and pieces like that. Mainly the slow bit, to be honest. That, and it scales off duration, which Baruch otherwise doesn't really want to be using. You know, he's quite fine not having much duration, so yeah. Try tracking her movement. We'll pop the sleep here. You see, it's so slow to engage. It's a big weakness of it for me. Does the 3-second echo delay apply to melee finishes as well? Or do they ignore that? Let's find out. Wait, Why are you not asleep? Alright, so that's not going to be a good test because there's not a lot of them here. Let's get them here. Please stop shooting me. Just kindly die. Thank you. That'd be great. Are you... Why did they not go to sleep? Hello? What's going on here? Am I missing something, or is this ability now just not working for some reason? There we go. Okay, one of them fell... And he's woken up again. Wait. Hold on. Is it any damage wakes them up? Because I've got gas on my carrier. I think my carrier's gas might be waking them up. Because if it's any damage at all, that'll do it. Okay, cool. Gas just became even more annoying. Oh my god, are you shitting me? Yeah, so that didn't one-shot him. Because all of my buffs went off whilst I was trying to wait for them to actually fall asleep. And now I'm getting incursion from that guy. Ah! Hey, yeah, I hear you down there, die. Hi, mate. You don't go to sleep, do you? Oh, dear. Yeah, I'm fairly certain I can't put Malice to sleep, but let's find out. Oh! Wait, hang on, look at this. I can't shoot through that bubble. Let the bubble go, please? Thank you. Ooh, yeah, narrowly dodged that one. Is he being affected? I can't tell if he's being affected or not. Come on. There he is. Okay, I can see the ripple on him. Does it go down? No. Okay. We'll just shoot him. I mean, he's slowed. He's slowed by it, but he's not stopped. So, go figure. Go figure. Oh, shit. Yeah, let's not have that. Thank you very much. Can you kindly go away? Thank you. No, no, no. Shooty out. No, shooty. Ah, shit. There we are. I signed up for a nice bit of stealth, and that just... the gas is ruining it. The acolyte is ruining it. These things are ruining it. My lich ruined it. Stealth is really tough to pull off in this game if you don't have invisibility, not gonna lie. How much strength do you need for Armor Strip on Ash? You need the Seeking Shuriken augment, and then I think it's something like 140%, somewhere around there. The augment will be better if it weren't for the fact that I brought a gas bloody sentinel, which really messed it up. But yeah, LoL has its weaknesses, which is why a lot of people don't use it in the first place. And apparently I missed an enemy all the way back here, so now I have to go back and find them, otherwise the waypoint's going to be a dick. God damn it. Would a pet cause damage during sleep? Probably. Probably. Sentinels are at least somewhat sensible, but... Your Kavats and Kubros, they're probably going to be a dick about it. This is using up all of the time on my buffs as well. This is a great reason to not have time buffs. So I have to go hunting down an enemy. It's like, yep, there goes all your buffs. Oh well. One of those things you have to deal with. One enemy I missed, yep. And we gotta repath through 1 kilometer of mission. And there goes my bonus roll speed. Maybe a Silence Lullaby build? I mean, only 2 frames can use that, but yeah, it could work. It's just saying, small question, I recently saw a video of someone using Nell Prime like a machine gun. It did not contain explanation. I know this Nell is a single shot pistol. So when you get a headshot with the Nell, it gains unlimited ammo temporarily. So that's what was happening at Aeroslist. It's literally part of the Nell. Just gives unlimited ammo. Pop. I go to sleep, please. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Thank you. Now go back to sleep. Close enough. Oh, bloody gas. I'm done demonstrating with this goddamn Sentinel gas issue. I swear. On Ivara, on Equinox, it's a damage threshold before it wakes them up, but on this one, any damage at all just wrecks it. Oh my god. I'm done with that demo. I thought cold gas would have been fine, but no, it turns out gas manages to ruin my day yet again. All I wanted was some cold procs. Guess we'll just go with heat viral. Headshot or headshot kill? Not sure, yes, Liz. Check the wiki. Literally, just open up the wiki. It'll probably be the first line in advantages. Alright, if you say, is Smoke Shadow Ash Invisible Augment, is that a crit buff for Ash weapons too? It should be. Let's double check. Let's double check that one. I think I have that augment. Faithful Teleport, Seeking Shuriken. Oh, I don't have it. Okay, that could be a problem. Oh, Scissoron, really?
Use these to cleanse the unclean.
Ash. Nope. I can't afford it if it is here, but let's check. Nope. Okay, cool. Well, guess we're not checking that one right now. I'll have to investigate that one later. I mean, you say that Renuva, but occasionally things are different. Like the Hydroid one, he heals himself slower than his allies. So you'd assume so, but maybe not. Maybe not. Sometimes it just be like that. But yeah. Alright, sort by name. So there's the Atlas Rumble one. I'm pretty certain I don't have the Rumble one. It'll be... yeah, in first place anyway. Banshee got no changes. Caliban no change. Chroma, the effigy. Does anyone actually really want to use Chroma though? Maybe that's why it's underused. No change, no change. Excalibur, but it's Excalibur, so no change. Read about it, it's nothing special, it's a statistics change. We've seen. No change, no change. Playstyle I don't really use, to be honest, but hey, it's a thing. I've got this lovely wing bug. No change. We've already had a look at just how terrible he is. One small change, none. One small change. Okay, yeah. We've gone through the augments. At least as far as it matters for demonstration purposes, we've gone through them. Yeah, indeed. Alright. At least it wraps up on that side there. You know what? I'm going to go do a bit of Profit Taker. Who wants to join in for some Profit Taker, guys? We're going to wrap up with a bit of that. Why not? Who wants to go do a little bit of Profit Taking? If you do, send me a message in game. The Engineer, I'll bring you on into the squad. We'll head on down to Fortuna or Valet and smash that orb in the face a bit. The reason I'm doing that is I want to get myself some toroids. I want to get a little bit of leveling up with Voxelaris. And I don't want to do the Exploiter orb. That fight annoys the hell out of me. So Profit Taker it is. What is Profit Taker? Profit Taker is a fight you unlock once you are rank 5 with the Solaris down in Fortuna here. It is not the most difficult boss, but it's certainly one hell of a gear check. If you're a newer or mid-game player, Profit Taker will smash you around quite a bit. So it is definitely quite a bit more of a gear check than your typical mission encounter. Exploiter might be easier for some people. I find it annoying. That's the problem. Not necessarily easier. I mean, you have to remember, you know, MR30, thousands of hours, all the gear, yada yada. But yeah. Do I prefer Profit Taker to normal bounties? Well, there aren't exactly normal bounties for getting toroids for this standing here, so yeah. As for bounties in general, I'm not a huge fan of open world bounties. They do get pretty tiresome quick, to be honest. To Nama bounties? Oh god. Yeah, Nama bounties. Let's just yeah, no. Not a fan there either. And also your only standing gain there is from Nama Isoplast, which
People are gonna talk.
yeah, it's 2,000 a pop. Or I can just get this one for 6,000, or other people can enjoy getting that one for 12,000. It's not worth doing it that way. PlayStation's having an issue at the moment, Unit Dirk. It's having an issue, so hold out and wait on that one, sorry. There's not really much else you can do, just hold out and wait. PlayStation has an issue at the moment, I've heard. Alright, well, let's give this a show.
We're all here.
I'm geared up to solo it. I won't be the best. You'll see faster times elsewhere, because I don't try to be the best. We'll just use the skip button on that there. Top tips. Alright there for you. Can I walk over that, please? Come on. Lift your feet, Lavos. Let's go do this. Actually, I think I'm loading up in public, so it's going to be a group, isn't it? There we are. Fixed it. Maybe. We'll find out. Maybe I've avoided having a random group. Maybe not. We'll see. Iron Khmer. If only. If only. All the best. Definitely try. Alright, let's do this. What we got? I don't like puncture. Give me a different one. Thank you. I don't like cold either. God damn it. God damn it. Alright, give me another one. What you got for me? Impact? I can do impact. Oh wait, no. That was my old build. I can still do it a little bit. Viral? Well, that's not something on this build. Just do a quick couple of these. Slash? Yeah, I got slash. I got plenty of slash. On to heat. Cool. Radiation. Oh, yeah, I got radiation as well. There we go. Electric. I don't know if I have electric on a weapon, but I can try. Hey, I do on that one. Switch to something faster, please. Blast. I definitely have blast. There we go. Switching to you. Leg 1. Leg 2. Leg 3. Ooh. And leg 4. Get in front. Hit the nose. For some reason I just got launched into the air. That's a fun one. There's my Warframe gone. Oh well, that should be some of it.
No, look, they're sinking the
Oh, I need this on semi. There we go. Pop, 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 pop. I haven't got my damage bonuses. Let's get some of those, please, and thank you.
Whatever you're doing, it's working.
There we are. That'll do a bit more damage now. Not a lot more, but some more. The more enemies around me, I'd actually be dealing more damage. It's kind of crazy to think about. I think I'm hitting the right spot. Yeah. It's just being a dick for some reason. I know it's right there. What am I hitting that's not allowing me to do this? There we go. That was weird. Nope, reloaded. Okay, so that was not the best I've ever done that, but that was because for some reason it just wasn't hitting when I told it to hit. Go figure. Neck and Mech really breaks the old fights. It certainly helps out, doesn't it? It certainly helps out. Where did the enemies all go? I just void dashed into a bunch of enemies and they vanished. Where did they go? I was going to use them for a damage buff. I need you. Here. Alright, where are you? Where's your face? There's your face. Magnetic. Do I have magnetic? Don't think I do. No, I don't. Toxin. I definitely have that. There we go. Corrosive. Nope. It's on the Archabex. That's now gas. Gas I do not have. Can we not be stuck in that animation? Thank you. Oh, I do have gas in here, don't I? Yeah, gas is there. Puncture. I'll just shoot it now because I can't bother to switch it straight away. There we are. Switch it. We got cold. I don't have cold. Give all my weapons a damage bonus, please. There we go. Impact. Have that. Viral. I do not have. Stop doing this to me. You know I don't have viral. Slash. I have slash.
Heads up. Bombardment inbound. This should confuse your adaptation system.
Now apparently there is a bug or feature or something that allows you to bypass the next pylon stage. I don't know what it is. So we're going to have to go through another set of pylons. Let me just get my stacks on this again. Thank you.
Pylon back up. Wreck 'em.
That's that pylon down. That pylon down. Something keeps pushing me. Ah, the ability to wall hack with a gun. Go figure. One is over there. Thank you. One is over this way. Oh, I got it. Apparently not. There we go. One over here. Stop pushing me! Oh my god. I actually cannot hit this one for some reason. There we go. Okay. Again, I'm not the best at this. I'm not the best at this. Ooh. That's electric. But at least I can kill it.
Is this a bad time?
I definitely need to get better at this. Actually, no, I don't, because I don't usually do this fight. Magnetic I don't have, so I'm just going to get some bonus damage on my primary and secondary. Why is there so much knockback? I don't normally have this much knocking me around. I swear I do not normally have this much knocking me around. You. Pop that, pop this. Thank you. Puncture. I mean, I could do some puncture, so whatever. Oops, okay. I am seriously getting battered around, and there is no pylons summoning the enemies. I don't know what's causing this. I genuinely do not know what's causing this. Why is Zev so low level but doing so much damage? Because I'm MR30. Low level doesn't matter to my weapons anymore. Level literally does not matter to my weapons, aside from the Cooper intended ones. I'm beyond such simple considerations as mod capacity. There we go. So I have melee, handgun, primary archgun, necromech, and archivex. There's a lot of weapons to get all the elements, King of Goblins. You're right, there's a lot of weapons. There's also a lot of elements. And making sure you can do enough damage in those elements, because just having them present isn't enough.
Holy crap. We did it. We did it.
There we are, I got what I came here for.
Get in there, Tenor.
There we are.
Rip out anything you think might help our cause.
Yeah, if you don't have knockdown immunity in this fight, you are scuppered. You really need it.
What's that sound?
The satellite is continuing to.
Oh, here's a thought. Did I didn't do that on Steel Path, did I?
Seconds, it will.
Wait, did I just do that on Steel Path? Because that might have done it to me. How do you boost like that? Which boost are you talking about? I did a load of movements there. I'm pretty sure I just did that Steel Path, didn't I? Which doesn't change the orbs level, but I think it changes the level of the enemies. Yeah, okay, well that was dumb. Is there a Ribbon Raffle today? There's not a Ribbon Raffle today, no. There's a Platinum Raffle. Ribbon Raffle hasn't been a thing in months, Isran. Hasn't been a thing in months. Eclipse Vault is good for Spooder. Never tried it. Can't recommend it. Because I have no experience with Eclipse Vault. When I flew forward at the end, so you can, with any Archwing, you can blink forwards by just tapping Shift. You tap your roll ability for a frame, but in Archwing, and you just... Beep. Papa didn't even notice? Yeah.
Buggy. Right.
Like I told you, the definition of endgame, when you caring more about your efficiency, not just doing the missions.
Final phase.
Alright. Well, the other thing, Flyer, is you might have noticed me using my Vile Rush ability, dashing forwards as Lavos there. Honestly, unless you give me a full description of what you are really confused about, it's going to be tough for me to say. The boost forwards when I use like 3 different boosts is going to be really hard for me to describe. So, yeah, I've got this ability. That is Lavos' Vile Rush ability. I've got this ability for moving forwards. That's Void Dash on the Operator. I've got this ability, which is Blinking in Arcwing. I've got just good old dodge roll, jump roll, dash, slam attack roll, jump cancels, the movement, you know? There's the Lavos one. Okay, at least we got there in the end. We got there in the end. Let's do this. That's more like it. Let's not have those reinforcements, thank you very much. There we go, get some bonus damage on my stuff. Don't have magnetic, there we go, radiation. Let's get that radiation damage in. Arcabex for the heat. That just insta-blaps it. Toxin on my glaive. Puncture. I could probably just use the epitaph for the puncture. That should do it. There we go. Okay.
That's it. Focus your upgrade weapons on the ore. Compromise the
1,
skeleton with the legs, and then
2, 3, and 4 legs. There we are. Oh yeah, Dex Arcanes are a good idea. Absolutely. Such an easy source of damage bonus. You just kill a few enemies and bam, your kit's just stronger. Like, why not use it, you know?
look. They're sinking with the ore. Shields going back up. Outworlder, deal with those pylons.
That's one pylon. Oh, that was my own necromech I tried to shoot.
Whatever you're doing, it's working.
That dude just full on flew past me Superman style. Wow. Okay. Corpus getting a little bit extra. What's it? There we are, that should have that. But the heads actually blow it, not the nose. Yeah, I was doing the damage. Did I get all the legs that quick? Oh, I did apparently. Oh wait, no, there it is. Oh, here we go. Pylons. I was wondering what was happening there. Thought it was pylons. I thought it just fired out pylons. What am I missing here? Oh, no, I didn't get that leg. I thought I had. It animated. It animated that it did the leg. I'm so confused. Whatever. I'm using the Morzalon on the Arcabex. Yeah, I can show you my mod config afterwards, absolutely. Let's get a different damage type on here, thank you. Not that one. Not that one, please. Impact? I can work with impact. My Zenith does not do enough damage to this thing. I need to work on that build. Best place to farm Oxium, Io on Jupiter is a great spot. Come on, you're shooting that. Gas damage? I have gas, no, it's actually okay. Corrosive. I have that on you. In the area as well. Thank you.
Heads up. Bombardment inbound.
Here we go, bombardment inbound. That's where we go for the legs again. There we go, now we get the face. Get you guys off me, please. Thank you. Just clear the area a bit because I'm taking a lot of hurt that I don't want to be taking. Blast damage? Yeah, I can do that. Oh wait, no, it's pylons, not blast damage. Alright then. You. I haven't got 6 stacks, so I will get a couple more of these kills in for the maximum damage. Thank you. That one. I love how I can just kind of stand here with Lavos. And then the one over there. If I can hit it, apparently cannot. Can you kind of get the f off me? That should be the pylons. Yeah, we're onto the shield again. Onto toxin.
Is this a bad time?
Ah, I'm so slow at this.
What is it?
Satellite just moved. Nev's crew must have figured out our bypass. It's realigning.
Electric, I do not have electric. I have a tiny bit of it on this thing, but it is terrible. Look at that. 2k damage a time? Who wants that? Ew. Okay, a little bit more damage from killing these guys. Still not a lot. Okay, cold is even worse. I don't have cold. Went over this. Yeah, Zenith is good for taking out the pylons, but it means that I lose a primary weapon for damage dealing. Because it is not good for damage dealing overall. Here we go, final stage.
Pressing fire.
2, 3. Oop. Excuse me. I sat on my face there. That's crazy. And there we are. Put Eclipse on Lavos? I could do. Eclipse or Raw. Give him my loot. Give him my loot. I demand loot. Give, give, give. Come on. Poop it out. There it is.
Holy crap.
Alright.
We did it. We did it.
Yeah, that fight is definitely faster when you've got a group so you can cover the damage types more effectively, or if you're just really, really good at it. I have neither of those things right now. Neither the group nor the skill, so... Oh, 7 minutes. That's actually bad for me.
The satellite is continuing to overcharge.
That's actually bad for me, not gonna lie.
At this rate, in a matter of seconds, it will.
Alright. But at least we got Metoroid. I'll take it. And we got an Articuno, why not? Also, apparently I didn't pick up all the credits. Well, that's just dumb. Oops. That's all I can say on that one. But in any case, there we are. Rounded it off with a little bit of Profit Taker. Could have been better. I could have done better. We probably spend like half an hour on that thing. I mean, if you're new to it, yeah. I certainly really struggled with it when I started. If you don't have a way of easy knockdown immunity in tank, like with Lavos here, then yeah. Yeah, you'll definitely struggle. It's not a simple fight to go into. Someone asked about the Mortalon setup that I was using there, so let me just grab that one for you really quickly. Keyed to radiation damage, because radiation has a bonus against the Profit Taker Orb, and yeah. That's your build for you. Basically just loads of damage, loads of crit damage, loads of crit chance, loads of multi-shot, loads of fire rate, and then your radiation damage, just like you would with pretty much any old weapon really. And I've gone for the bonus reload speed here. That is actually a major improvement to the reload speed, because that's not the not just the time it takes to refill the magazine, but there's also the delay in charging it up. That affects that on the void rate there, so it means I can be more liberal with my use of the bullets, as it'll come back a lot sooner, rather than you run out of bullets and then you just sat like a lemon for quite a few seconds. This is a very, very powerful mod, honestly. Seriously powerful mod, despite the fact that it deals no damage. The rest of these, well, you just saw it. Yeah, radiation against the orb, but you can use this same build, except corrosive. Is that? Yep, corrosive if you're up against the Orphix Venom, because then you've got a shed load of corrosive damage, although that said, you're probably using the Archipex at that point. Probably just be using the Archipex there. There we are. Alright guys, I think that brings us to a good spot to round us off for tonight, because we are unfortunately just gone 10 o'clock, or 5 past 10 here in the UK, where we round off the day's stream. But we're not finished just yet. If you haven't already yet, guys, we're going to be doing the Platinum giveaway, which means it's time for you to grab your ticket for it. If you haven't already done, ! ticket in the chat, make sure you do that now to give yourself a chance to win that Platinum on any platform, be that PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, or PC. Obviously, if you've already entered, the bot's going to tell you, bruh, too many tickets. So, you know, if you've already entered, don't be a means to the bot. But otherwise, yeah. I'll give you guys just a minute to get that in, and then we'll be doing the draw to see who's going to be the winner on that one. Don't worry, joke. Everyone forgets every now and then. It's fine. But Snake Raider forgot as well. It's fine. Only 3 of you this time. It's okay. It's okay overall. Alright. I'm going to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're closing it. If you haven't purchased it already, well, tough titties. You've had literally the entire time the stream that's been live to enter it. You know, it's got raffle in the stream title. It's right there. So if you ain't already in, I gave you the time. So let's see, out of those of you who were paying attention today, who's going to be today's winner? I'm going to draw that straight into the chat. The winner is today Snake Raider. Well, would you? Look at that. Snake Raider, congratulations. You are today's winner. Just a little bit over a 2% chance of actually winning that one. So congratulations to Snake Raider. I'll contact you here on Twitch in just a moment to confirm your Warframe username and platform. We'll get that Platinum sent on over to you. Peter Summer saying, can I see the levels build? You absolutely can. Just brought it up. Sure, why not? Back to back. Hey, sometimes you get lucky, my dude. Sometimes you get lucky. There we are. And for Peter, there you are. That's Lavos build, my standard go-to Lavos build, which just absolutely slaps through basically everything that isn't a stealth mission. And stealth missions, well, stealth optional. That's the way Lavos plans. Plays through stuff. Yeah, there's a build for it. But alrighty then, guys, that is all we got time for today. I think it's time for us to be raiding on over to another part of the Warframe community. Let's see who we can give the love today to, guys, hey? Who do we want to say hi to today? I do wonder. Let's have a look at that Warframe category, shall we? Yo, Peter Sammer, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. Welcome to the channel proper, my dude. Enjoy your lovely new blue badge. And of course, the emotes that go along with it. Cheers. Oh, I slightly swallowed a bubble with that one. That's... Excuse me, that went there. There you are. You nearly killed me with that one. Thank you, Peter. Alright, it's definitely the end of the stream at that point then. Who are we going to raid on over to today? Oh, is Laddie going to be streaming for a hot minute yet? Let me just quickly check their stream, make sure they're not about to end or something. Maybe. It'll be fine, we'll gamble on it. That's where we're going today, guys. Alright, I do hope you have enjoyed yourselves as we have gone through all the details of today's patch. We've had a look at the augments, we have a look at the changes to Garuda. We'll be looking at that more in depth in a video I'll be putting out on the YouTube channel closer to around the time that the Prime comes out, but you'll see the details. In any case, I hope you have enjoyed yourselves. Thank you very much for joining in today. Hopefully I'll see you guys on Friday for some more Among Us, or I'll see you on Sunday for some more good old Warframe. That's all from me for now, guys. Take care. Catch you in the next one.